Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Jump It Live tonight and Jump It Live tonight. And guys, Trouble Dede tonight. Trouble Dede. We have seen so many things over the past, not even 24 hours, but 12 hours, or let's say 24 hours.
Less than 24
Crazy,
hours.
crazy stuff at the Olympics in Tokyo. So, guys, welcome tonight. Welcome. I've got with me Latoya, who is in the house. Greetings, Latoya.
Hey, hi, everybody. Thanks for having me
Welcome.
again.
And then German is still spinning like gig as usual. You know, German have to spin before
I'm
him
still
reach.
searching. I'm still searching.
So he's still searching. So guys, in the meantime, I'm gonna ask you to share out the live. Share out the live because listen, we have to talk Olympics, we have to some stuff going.
Obliterations.
What would you say? Yesterday was the day of the Olympics, or should I say today? We don't even
Yes, so
today.
today, yeah.
Oh my days. Well, let's welcome some people who have joined us. We have Kimbella's Kitchen says she's waiting. Yeah, we're a bit late tonight, Kimbella. Thank
But
you for
Kimberly, I've been
joining.
waiting long time though. But I don't know why she's still away.
But, you know, your girl Maya is in ads. Yes, people may have ads on the channel. No, how about that? Just in time for the Olympics fever. Rose Cruz is here. Rose Cruz saying greetings. Roshan and Dana is here. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kimbella says, Maya. Guys, how is everyone doing tonight? Me so beautiful people, says Rose Cruz. Guys, welcome. Please share the live. Share the live. If you have a community, please share us on the community because guess what? Trouble is dead tonight. I don't even know where to start. So many talking points. Me don't know where to start. Where's Germany? Germany is having some difficulties, guys. The Sassy Diva is here. Sassy is still not getting on. Sassy, man, you boycott the progress, you know. Sassy did not get any ads. Hold on. Hold on, Sassy. You know, so me think you're right. Because me never do a or did I? I don't remember if I did. Let me just check. Let me just check. I think I did though. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's oh, them say it limited. Why is it limited? What is wrong with YouTube? Let's see what them I say.
Sassy, who disappoints you? So much disappointment.
Content not suitable for advertisers. You know, say it's black than one black kid. I guess because I wrote Tokyo Olympics in the title, so that's why
Oh,
YouTube is trying to not put ads on it. Guys, you know them always a fight with. They're always fighting us, but guess what? We're looking about with Talama. So Russian is saying, make me a moderator, please, big bro. Says Russian and Dana. Russian and Dana. Your girl Maya says, lol, I'm passing through because I'll be having games night tonight on my channel, so I'm gonna have to make preparations, says Maya. Maya, what are you giving away? Are you giving away any prizes over there? Let me know. Let me know. So Sassy Diva says, evening everyone. Sassy Wicked.
Sassy, my head
Sassy,
can't hurt me so early.
Sassy, you're wicked. You are a wicked girl. You're a
And
wicked
jump
girl.
it, just edit the title. Edit the title and see if it
Right.
will
All right.
affect that.
All right. Let me try. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Go and talk to them, Lataya. Ask them questions
Yes,
about.
guys. Look here, guys. My beg gonna ask me any question I know what. Any question, just don't ask me for start talk about Natalia. Cause my head can't hurt me. So me not even start. Me not even do work yet. I'm work time almost up. That's the first thing because all this thing just blow my
Right.
mind. So you can ask me any question, anything you want though.
It's official. Dion is in the house as well. Welcome,
Hey
Dion.
Dion, welcome.
Uh,
Sassy, we say we not right start this so man. You can't kill me so early.
Sassy, Sassy, are you coming up tonight? Maybe I try to change the title, but hold on. Man.
Let's edit it, man.
Yeah, man, edit it.
Rashane and Dana, who's who vibes you like mine? Remember you have to say you have to say it so we know because we're new here. Yeah. Well I'm a visitor here, but I guess I'm gonna become, you know?
She's become a regular. Um,
Oh god. Hi Moya, your girl Moya, hi. Sassy, thanks here, thanks. Yeah, but this kinda rock me the hard way, I must tell you. Last night, this morning just whew, blow my mind. And please bear with me if you see me looking across. I'm actually looking across to my work laptop just to seem like me I cannot try work.
just to make sure
But
the master not have no problem.
right, that's all. Oh god. It's official day and you're welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Right?
All right, I'm gonna change the title. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but whatever. We just call it a loss because sometimes money is not all. And guess
Yeah,
what?
we'll come another time.
Where you want to start tonight? Because we have goosebumps
Oh.
all over.
Just once we not start at the 800, my boy.
Let me start with the name because I mean,
No, we can't start there, so.
all right, all right. What's
Let us start at if you guys got the opportunity to see the pole vault. That was also impeccable. I
it
mean,
was?
yes, it was.
The
I had a snippet of it because he was trying to break the world record.
hmm.
And listen to me, the first time him go over, we all thought it was a go until we just see the little stupid vault just coming right down. And the three times it did that. So I'm expecting for the pole vault record to go at a next sitting that seems to be good and great.
And hopefully, like everybody will be fit because I know some of the competitors weren't that fit in that one, especially like the French.
Yes, like the French and all. Yeah.
It wasn't fit and stuff. But maybe a good place to start tonight is with this spike. These magic spikes.
The spy did nothing.
Are
Oh,
you saying?
so
You
you
know,
want to start at the
let's start with the spikes. We don't have to talk about any individual at the moment. But some of these times that we see, is it going to the spikes or the
what are the
magical
German in your
things?
background? That?
You know, what do you
Yeah,
want?
it's my background.
Welcome, Jermaine has joined us, guys. Greetings to you. Yeah. So, Latoya, you're dismissing any argument about these magic spikes.
Spike has
Jam.
nothing to do with it. The spike has nothing to do with it. I got a
Jermaine, gone again.
me I feel that thing what is I got a little scoop early this morning after that race ran. But the spike definitely had nothing to do with it. Personally for me, I don't think the spike had anything to do with it. Because if the spike has something to do with it, everybody would be going to get this magic spike. Because this magic spike must can be made elsewhere. Somebody else must can sprinkle a magic and something happen. So for me, I don't believe the spike has anything to do with it.
You heard Usain Bolt complaining about the new shoes and stuff. Because I suppose he feels that his records are already at threat. But
I mean,
he was complaining.
for me, once a record is made, you are already placed into the record books. And I mean, he for one, I don't think he for one needs to be threatened if a record is going to be broken or not. Records and rules are made to be broken. They're not made to be stagnant and stay stagnant. Then that means there is no growth. I mean, is it that he's saying that him never think the record that he broke was supposed to be broken? Because if he never thought it was supposed to be broken, then he shouldn't have broken that. It should have allowed it to stay. So for me, records, in order to see growth and acknowledge growth and to see that growth exists and is going forward or buttons being changed, something has to happen. Records has to be broken, or some voices have to come close to the record for you to see the process and to know that people are doing the work. We're not just being here lazy, nonchalant, and all of these things.
All right, let me catch up with the chat. Maya said black people love gifts to see. That's so true, Maya.
So may I get some, Maya, like what black people love giving me black. Can I get some gift too? Or a gift?
Dana, I'll pin the links a bit later on. But we're doing Olympics now. So don't worry, I'll do some channel promotion eventually. Sorry, Maya said, I'm not doing nothing tonight. It's my first games night. Other games night, I'll do giveaway. No problem with that. But if you want to sponsor some credits, that would be wonderful. Okay, Maya, I'll sponsor $500 worth of credit. 500 Jamaican dollars worth of credit, not to be confused.
So you know where Maya is. So you know where Maya is.
No man, she has a channel. She has a channel.
Oh, so she's Jamaican.
Whoever wins, just send it to me on my Instagram at Jamfet and the number, and I'll get the credit. Life with Kurt Gooders is here. Big up. Hush Latoya says Sassy. Rose Cruz writing stay home. I'm not seeing the
because you had asked her if she coming tonight, so she's telling you she's staying home.
Thank you for the welcome. Jermaine is still on and off. Same, I forgot to talk fast today. Jermaine is still at work.
Jermaine, you not hear us?
Yes.
Are you hearing us now? Okay, great. So, Jamfet wants to know what you think about the Magic Spikes. Do you think it made Warhome Goes this obliterated that record?
Welcome, Jermaine. Well, Jermaine don't even know the matter. Then I can't hear anyone. Grace coming in. What's your take on Chris in the 400? Says Sassy.
Let me know if you all are hearing me, please.
Yes, we are.
Hearing you. Are you hearing us?
Okay, so when it comes to the Magic Spikes, I don't give it that much credence. It makes you faster, yes, but it doesn't turn 47 seconds into 45 seconds. That don't make sense. So you have to put, it was just one of those races where it was just magical. That's really what it was. It was really just a magical race. And you just have to call it what it is. You understand? If you see me jump back out, by the way, let me tell you guys, I am actually at work. So I am trying to sort it out and fix it.
But Jermaine, I don't think it's just 400 hurdles. It's Shelly and Fraser 10.6. It's Helene's 21.5, 10.6. It's all these times that we're seeing. Even Blessing 10.6. Even though it was win 80, etc. We're seeing times now that we've never seen before. So is it a question that everybody just comes to farm at the right time? Is it a question that people are just healthier than usual because of COVID? They've not been doing a lot of races, or is it the Magic Spike where nobody wants to know?
For me, COVID did a lot of good for the athletes because you got the opportunity to rest the body. Remember that Olympics should have been 2020.
Yeah, they rest the body, but also no competition.
Yeah, no competition, but they were actually practicing.
Right.
So work was being put in. You got to see that real work was put in. For me, real work was put in. I mean, Shelly has been on the scene from 2008. Shelly never run
10-6.
over
Right.
10-7. I
Right.
mean, our PB was 10-70. You know, I mean, and because for me, I think because of the rest of the body, because of the time off, you get to heal whatever would have been happening to you. You get to reprogram the mind. You get to recondition the mind and set yourself up for what is coming. I mean, for me, I believe that the pandemic did great for Elaine. I mean, Elaine has yet to complain about that Achilles. And remember, if you know what Achilles does to someone, you
Yeah.
know pushing off that block
Mm.
causes pain. It's a lot of pain. And hello, for the first time ever, we saw Elaine got up with Shelly.
Right.
That took
A
great
healthy
form
Elaine.
and a
Yeah.
healthy,
Right.
healthy Elaine to do that part alone, where we know that she is injury prone with the Achilles.
Mm.
And then she came and run 10-6.
Yeah.
That time breaking the Olympic record there and looked flawless doing it. And
Yeah.
looked like she could have run 3 more rounds,
Yeah. She does.
3 more time around the field, and then come back now and did those times in the 200.
All
So
right, just
the
hold
magic
it
spice.
there. Let me welcome Charms Lifestyle, who says she's in ads. Welcome, Charms. That was Jeremy saying he wasn't hearing anything. Sassy says exist and join back the screen. Oh, exit and join back the screen. Life with Corey Goddess has given us $5.
$5.
So much. Let me pat cover.
So you're not that cover?
The pat cover. It's not Dutchy, but they make nice. So thank you so much, Corey Gooders. That's Life with Corey Gooders. Saying congratulations to Jam Fett. Thank you so much. All right. So Charm saying thank you, Corey, for that super chat. Going down. Sassy says, I don't think it has anything to do with the spike. I just think they started to pay more attention and training more.
I
Says
agree, Sassy. I agree.
so
Put
Sassy
it in
is
the
straight up
work.
strikes totally. Life with
And then
Courage, subscribe and to Rushing and Dana. Rush, you can come to me and I will return. Same way, Corey. Same way, sir. Rushing and Dana, don't worry. We're doing a discussion live tonight, but we do channel promotion. Charm Lifestyle does a lot of channel promotion as well. So if you want your links to be dropped, you can check out Charm's Lifestyle. She does drop in link and moderate and all that stuff. Tonight we want to concentrate a little bit on the Olympics. The Jamaicans are doing well, even though some people probably think that we're not getting as many medals as we probably should have, could have,
Woulda.
would have. So Tiffany Nation is here saying greetings.
Hi, Tiffany.
Tiffany, welcome back. Welcome. Corey, how's work? All right, so let me drop the link. I'm Mr. CDE. No, we never get to send him the link. John Fett within Stush Patco.
Very much.
Send me a Dutch pot. That's all I want. A Dutch pot.
Another pot you need, and the pot cover is just, oh, you're not the pot cover, my problem. She said, Stush, yeah, see, yeah.
Well, yeah,
What
because
is?
the thing is, this is one we can hold like
Yeah,
that.
use pressure cooker. A
But this is
pressure
one we
cooker,
can
a pressure
hold.
cooker. No, and a pressure cooker cover. That's not pot cover.
Two pot me have. One for the gravy and one for food.
No,
One for
but a
me
pressure.
and one for food. That's
No,
all we need.
the long one is a pressure pot cover.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pressure cooker. So
yeah,
if you need
that is why you can't clap it. So, hi, Tiffany, darling.
John Fitz, Julian says, I'm trying to log in. Give me a few seconds. All right, so they're throwing out the spike argument. All right, so let me get down in it then. Let's start with the hurdle, the 400 meters.
Yeah, because that's how we start. I mean, first
Yeah.
of all,
You said that was going to be the race of the championship.
and it was.
Was that the race of the century?
That was the race of the century. That was obliteration to the max. Millions times, millions times, millions times, millions. I mean, obliteration because he obliterated his own world record. He obliterated the former world record. He obliterated the Olympic record. And one thing to note is that first, second, and third basically broke the Olympic and the former world record.
World record that stood there for over what 30 odd years from Barcelona.
Yes, very much.
So
very
something
much.
All right. We don't know if the track too sharp. I mean the track is very fast.
I must give
that race and me no cuss bad word and one bad word did one come out of my mouth. Because I said that could not.
You cuss it, not in the walk about your mouth. You cuss it, because the mere fact that you said you walk about your mouth, you think it. Whatever the Bible think it come out of the mouth. That bet it come out. I
was in shock. I was shocked. Shocked.
Yeah. I mean, oh, Shama Mama.
I expected him to maybe break the world record on that track, but not to that point. Like, I don't even think drugs can do that. This is more than drugs, guys. This is super talent. This is what you have to just.
Hello. And when him finish, him look like him could have go another round like 400 others. I mean, what if you watch that race? What those 8 men did, though. I mean, what the 4 men did in that race. First, second, third. I must shout out to Kyron McMaster. Big shout out to Kyron McMaster. Making an era record, making his country national record, new national record. I mean, what those guys ran and still did. What Roy Benjamin ran.
I would have just
said that them did have the 3 gold medal. I mean, Roy Benjamin ran that time, and I mean, we can just imagine him hard. We can imagine him hard.
He was crying. He must have cried.
But Roy find on lick a piece of gear, on lick a piece.
Yeah, because at one point I was
Roy come up on Varholm, you know. I mean, and I don't think there was so many people that thought if Roy Benjamin came upon Varholm like that, Varholm would have crumbled. I don't think a lot of persons thought that he would have found that gear. And Varholm found that gear that I don't know if that gear that they had the car.
At that point of the race, I thought that maybe it was going to go to a photo finish or like a slight victory, but me never know say would find another race again.
Listen, if somebody did tell me they find another gear the way he did, I mean, I expect.
Laugh after the pot cover. CDE says me telling long time say I'm gonna mash up the pressure cooker and the pot.
Same thing.
Me love when he came over the second to last hurdles and America passing and just find the next gear and take back the race. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, at that point, I don't know. I think the question now is when are we going to see him in the flat race? Because
no. But listen, no.
You don't want to double up, but me like
no, it's not a matter of double up, but what those guys did in a hurdles. Can you imagine without the hurdles? That's what I'm saying. I mean, them 400 flat guys, they now run them time, and they run without hurdles, you know. Remember, we said it last night that
I'm not making fun of my own. But Mr. Christopher Taylor did after 45 yesterday. And this man with hurdles running 45. I'm like, wow. Can you imagine him in a flat? I mean, it's not the same dynamics, but if you run a
no, it's not the same dynamics, but guess what happened? The hurdles are away from you. The hurdles is no longer in front of you. Right. It's just for you to go around that track now. Right.
We're probably looking at a 42.9, 43.10. Easily. You see what I say?
It's mind blowing. That for me is the race of the century.
To the relay what's going on here?
I mean, that's the race of the century, and for me, if Norway could find 3 other normal men that runs good times for the flat 4 and put with Varholm, I believe that would have been Shattered.
So she said, if you love the man, them not to affect. But then I like when me said, me want to see the hurdles on the flat. But I mean, it's just curiosity. It's just curiosity. Me want the man going at the 400. They should just say, especially, just for the exhibition, we're giving lane one of the late 9 lane. As an 8th finalist anyway. Put the man in as lane 9. And make we see what he can do.
And just run 9 lanes, I mean, 1 to 9.
1 to 9.
And then we could have just, I mean, can you imagine an all-star team? No, I'm just saying. For me, now, I'm thinking an all-star 4x4 team. We could have just take them forward at the top 4, but
that's what I said too.
Let's move to I mean, when Jermaine come, we can maybe go back and look at the hurdles, but let's move to Shawnee Miller-Uibo.
All right, let's move to Shawnee Miller-Uibo.
News in Shawnee Miller-Uibo will not be continuing that 400. I'm just saying, I didn't send it to you, but I got that news. But yeah, continue.
Because me would I retire from track and field after what happened in that 200.
No,
today.
she says that she has withdrawn from 400. I hope she stays withdrawn. Okay. After picking up a hamstring strain in the 200 meter finals. Oh. I mean, it is possible that she did pick it up because, I mean, remember, a couple hours before she ran the heats for the 400. And for me, I thought she looked better. She looked better in the 400 heats for me than in the 200 at all given time. Moreover, Sean
from the 200 finals.
Yeah.
I'm sure because at that point, Shawnee knew that the 200 was gone from her. She knew that. So that's why she come out to the 400 because the 400 was never on the cards. But she looked, when I saw her in the 400, I'm like, is she really in good condition? Because she looked really decent in the 400.
I mean, from the get-go, I knew she would have contested the 400. The reason being, what she wanted, because originally the 200, 400 double was normally always problems for persons who do the double. So thus she was asking for a change in it. I, for one, did say, you're nobody for them to change it for. I mean, they didn't change it for Allyson Felix. Why you think that they would change it for you? Who is you? I mean, Allyson is the boss. Why you think that they would change it for you? However, when I got a glimpse of what the schedule looked like, I'm like, okay, if I'm seeing the schedule, then she's seeing the schedule, so she's going to go into it. So it wasn't a surprise for me when I saw her name on the heat list to be contesting the 400. And also I thought that she looked really well in the 400 compared to looking in the 200. I think originally though that she was running away from the 4 because she thought that, the big people them, the big bad mighty people them, did I go in at the 400 like a Nasser, a Sharika, and she may not want to have gone through that same mine again. Because she thought that, hey, maybe I'm better at coming down to 2.
For some reason, sometimes the quarter milers just think so they have glory in the 200,
because they feel like because they have the strength and the endurance from the 4. Some of them have the strength and the endurance and the top end from the 4.
In that race because I mean, I don't know if she would have just come just not fight at all.
Right, because she never put up a fight for the 200 at all. She never did put up a fight. So therefore, it is highly possible that she.
Talu, but no matter how Talu move, it's like Talu was going so fast and not moving at the same time.
Talu reminds you of a Dimish Gay, if you know who Dimish Gay is. Jamaica.
Hang on. Did you see? Hang on.
Mr. Snowboat to China.
The last 20 meters of the Dimish Gay when man start.
You ever see when Dimish Gay starts running at 400? This is Dimish Gay.
The man start kneeling so high.
I mean,
finish. We never know the Dimish Gay never have no finish. The man start kneeling. Listen, what is this?
Hi, CD.
Yeah, John.
CDE has entered the building. Hello, CDE. Greetings.
Yes, Pagan.
So,
CD, what's your take on the Magic Spikes? So-called.
What is a magic spike?
Thank you so much. Me not need nothing more.
No, the magic spike, CDE. Come on, you know the magic spike.
No, it's
No,
just
no, listen.
No,
it's
it's
just like you're saying
they're
magic water, John.
using technology to make the shoes more comfortable and easier to sprint in. And
What people is
The shoes don't run in a jump fit. It's the person.
Thank you. And what people are worried about this magic spike story, what they're supposed to be worried about,
you remember
concerned about, they're not.
You remember when in swimming, there was a time in swimming when the Japanese swimmers used to go to the bottom of the pool and they would just swim for half of the pool at the bottom and then they come up the top and they banned that because they thought it was giving them an unfair advantage.
But it can't get an unfair advantage.
But they banned it. The world body banned it because it said that they were giving them an unfair advantage in that they weren't getting the waves at the top of the pool as at the bottom.
No, that get coming nerves now with them banning everything.
No. So hold on. There's a difference. If you're supposed to be doing a particular event like a breaststroke or backstroke or whatever, obviously you can't underneath the water for do that. You have to on the water level.
There's a point where you spin under the water at the turn. The turn, you go under the water. So the question is, how long should you be under the water for?
But them can't determine that.
Oh, by the way, people, I'm here. I can't see everybody else but CDE, so I don't know how to work out.
We're seeing it.
We're seeing so good.
What to this Jamaican colors? Why are you celebrating CDE? Natalia Gold or
Me I go come off, you know. Me I go come off.
You love to eat that thing, don't you?
So me I go come off. And you alone we are gonna left one here.
So Jermaine never tell us about the spike. Jermaine, you dismissed it? I don't remember if you addressed it. You don't think the spike is getting at 0.05, making at 0.05 of a difference?
Hello. Next.
All right.
Spike makes no difference.
What you thought about what you thought about the obliteration of the hurdles?
But I still try. I went back and I watched the Van Niekerk race from Rio. I see the man after the race, I see the man dropped down and I dead.
And he never.
I did see Dos Santos drop down and dead after the race I still but I don't know. If we run a flat 4, the 43.03 something there. None a chance.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
To be honest with you, welcome to Taya's Kitchen and Vanity Star TV is in the building. Welcome, Vanity Star. Welcome, Taya. How are you doing? The thing is, right?
I need German for Urban Cup. I need to ask him one question, but I know it's factual, but yeah.
The fact is that the hurdles in the 400 hurdles are not as high as the sprint hurdles. So it's not.
Repeat what you said a while ago.
The 400 hurdles, the height is not as high as the sprint hurdles.
This is higher.
No.
Hold on, then. What you mean?
Hold on. Even if it's a 2 foot,
I didn't know, but that's something I learned recently. That the height in the 400 hurdles is a lot shorter than the height in the 200. Tanisha,
it is still a hurdle. It is still called a hurdle.
Yeah, but
90%.
Yeah, but maybe when you jump, it gives you a push. I don't know.
No. 90% of the time, once you hit a hurdle, the hurdle always wins. So it is still an obstacle in front of you.
You said the last time that the Chinese hurdler name who had the world record 12.89. Lu Zhang. Yeah, when he was running 12.89, he wasn't running 9.8. So it doesn't follow that. Without the hurdles.
No, that depends on the athlete. If the athlete wants to.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't follow that without the hurdles. Kendra Harrison is not running 10 point.
No.
zero.
Hold on. Remember that the hurdle is not just 100, it's 110.
For the men.
Yeah.
Right.
But Kenny Harrison.
Omar McLeod's fastest 100 is 9.99.
Exactly. And he's running 12.9. So
It's 110. So it's an extra 10 meters.
yeah, but hang on. He's running 12.9, but with an extra 10 meters. So
yeah, so if you
for
train,
100 meter, hang on. For 100 meter, that would probably be about 11.
No,
11
but if remember, say you don't just get up. You're not gonna just get up. You're not gonna just get up. You're not gonna just get up and just run. Sub 10, so you know. It's something you have to train for.
You have to put condition. You have to condition your twitches for that.
Yeah, you can just get
You
up
have
and
to
just run sub
condition your
10.
mind for that. You have to condition your body for that. Two major things. You have to condition the body and the twitches, right? So you hear them say, "Oh,
So you're agreeing with me that it doesn't follow that because he did 45.9, automatically he's going to run 43.9. It doesn't.
no." But the thing is,
It's not magic.
these athletes do the flats, even though they do the hurdles. So therefore, you get an understanding, you get an idea what their flat times are.
Right.
So that is the reason why you can say if he's running that over the hurdle, you compare that or look at that to what his flat times are, and you'll understand that he can do it without the hurdles. It is
Right.
possible. So that's the reason where we come from. That's why we call it an obliteration.
Yeah, man, it's definitely an obliteration. And as we said, I need to give him a wild card for the finals. Track and field boring. We need to just do things, man, like this. Give him a wild card.
Spontaneously.
Yeah, give him a wild card. So,
Jeremy not struggle.
Vanity saying hello, host and friend. Toya's kitchen as well. Tanisha saying cuckoo. Cuckoo means
German-
hello in French.
Oh, cuckoo. Okay.
Yes, we have learned a word.
German's still searching. Yeah, I learned a word tonight.
When are you not going to talk about the disappointment? Hang on.
Lord,
Let's
Sassy Diva.
go let the 200. Let's talk about
Saturday, let us get it over with. It is
No,
a disappointment
no.
and the argument done. We're moving right along. Next.
We can finish the 200. Shelly and Fraser first. I told you last night that she was going to finish maybe fourth or fifth, but I was going to be nice and give her.
No, you didn't give her third. No, you gave her third. You gave her third. Germaine gave her fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
You gave her third because you had Talou splitting, and I said,
I had Weber splitting.
You had Weber splitting, and I said, what about Mbappe? We now stop calling her so, but we know who get that boy.
My brother called her.
What? Mbuma.
My brother said Mantova.
And so said, so done.
So people, I are here.
John bless us.
I are here again, see?
Just jump on for a few. All right, so Shelly and Fraser, were you disappointed or was it just expected?
All right, let me clarify this by making this statement. And by the way, CDE, I don't know if you can go out and log in, come and see you.
You don't even see him. You don't even see him. You can't hear him. We can't see him.
I can't hear him either. But can I be disappointed? Her fastest 200-meter time ever in a finals. No, at 34. Remember, I had her to get fifth. Remember, I did say I did have her to get fifth. That was the essence. Shelly was going to get fifth. But then when I saw her semifinals, I went, okay, she got the silver in the bag. But then it was just a simple thing of, listen, she did her best. She ran the best she ever ran in a 200-meter final.
Could she have done anything differently? As in, could she have, I mean, you know how Shelly are going to run. Shelly is just going to catch me if you can at all times.
All right. The person who came second ran 21.81. Shelly's PB is 21.79. So Shelly would have literally have to run her PB to literally get that silver medal.
Yeah, but running your PB on that track is not far-fetched either.
It's not far-fetched, but the thing about it is it's age and attrition. You remember she ran 3 rounds of the 100,
But I
ran
said,
2 rounds.
I said, and I think it was CDE who said, age, Shelly can manage the rounds. When I said it a few months ago, or
All
weeks
right.
ago, the rounds
Listen.
won't affect Shelly at that
Listen.
age.
Elaine came out after running 21:53 and said, had I not had another day to rest, I'd probably go after the world record. Right? The other 2 people who medaled were fresh legs. And Shelly came fourth. So am I disappointed? Not really, because I had her to come fifth. Because I knew that her race pattern is catch me if you can, and everybody else is top end speed. And she was literally probably going to die. Not because I think she's that weak, but because I know this does have an effect on you as you get older. That's just how it is.
Compass a chance to say that she has a finish now, which to be honest, it did seem as if she worked on the end part of her race. You can see a bit of evidence there.
Shelly had the best start,
But which is expected. It's expected, but the thing is, Shelly is also going to spend all of her resources in the first 100 meter.
That's been her race pattern in the 200 forever, But the thing I thought she would have done was she would have better distributed her race. So try not to come out as hard, but it's hard to do that when the persons who are running against you have better top end, because even if you try to distribute evenly, they are stronger than you in that case, and they probably would catch you. So that's always been a race pattern. Catch me if you can, come out, run down everybody, and you're going to have to run. The problem is the 2 persons that finish ahead of her, minus Elaine, actually do have good top end. Well, we obviously saw that with Mboma. And Gabby Thomas is no fluke. But you can't discredit but at the same time, 21:94 in a finals is her fastest 200 meter time ever.
Mboma was coming from
in a championship, and this is somebody who has an Olympic silver and a world championship gold medal in the 200 meters. This is her fastest time ever. You have to give credit and understand that these girls who are running now, remember, if you look at where track and field is now, Rai Benjamin posted a tweet. He said, if you came into my room and told me I was going to run 46-1 and lose, I'd probably beat you up. You understand? That is where it is now.
Did Shelly peak too early this season?
No, she didn't. Because remember, she came back and ran her fastest ever time in the Olympics and her fastest ever 200 meter championship time. That's not peaking too early. At 34, you went out running your fastest times in that particular event. That's not peaking too early.
Because if you watch the national championship, Elaine would have either progressed tremendously in like a month. But
I just
no, but remember before the national championships, remember what Stephen Francis said before the trials. This is the best he's ever seen Elaine. She just had a little niggle. She felt a little niggle that she get a, you know how Achilles injuries are. They're going to feel a little if and whatever. And after that happens, then what is going to happen is she just wanted to qualify. She took it easy, qualify, and then came back.
So Talu would have medaled. I didn't expect Talu to medal, to be honest, even though I probably deep down, I'm a bit of a sentimental, I probably would have wanted her to get a medal. But her running style...
I knew Talu was never going to medal. That's not even a question. I never had her to medal. Never.
I didn't expect Shelly to fall down to 4th or 5th. She didn't look good. She didn't look so strong in the rounds leading up to the final. But after it's also difficult, I know all of you people were saying that Shelly coming back with blood in her eye and stuff. But after such a disappointment, it is difficult to lift yourself back up to come back to challenge in that 200.
No, it's not so much that it's difficult.
You have lost your blue ribbon event.
It's not so much that it's
but
difficult.
Like I said, she did not lose in a situation. She would have had to run 10-5 to win that. she's disappointed maybe because she thinks she could have gone faster. But let us call a spade a
It's
spade.
also her main event.
It is
the
her
woman.
bread. It is her
I
bread
don't
and
think
butter, but
women
she got
could have
beaten.
left to the Olympics.
Once you line up in a competition, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, and
Exactly.
we have to figure out. Okay, yes, you're always going to bet on yourself and say because you're always going to want yourself to win. But what happens in a case where you don't win? You just have to pick yourself up and go again. You have to try again. You have to.
Yes,
I mean,
but
she has beaten so many people so many times.
Yeah, but the same thing that happened to Merlin Ottey in that 296. That's what I saw happen to Shelley yesterday. She lost
No, but
100 and she come back in the 200. Yes, she wanted to go, but she just could not find the finish necessary to.
Shelly
Let us
has to
call it.
remember that 2008, when she came on scene, Karen Stewart was the fastest woman that year, and everybody would have tipped Karen Stewart to win. She disappointed Karen Stewart. She took that away from Karen Stewart. As much as Karen Stewart had a great top end and run her down, and she took that away from her. But Karen had to figure out, how do I drop that? That has happened. That happened already, and I'm going into the 200. Someone have to win and someone have to lose. Shirley broke a lot of people's heart. So it's time
And
to
she
care
did it.
heart
And
get
she did it to
broken.
Karen again in 2009 when Karen ran 10:75, which was even faster than what she did the year before.
Yeah.
And Shelley still take the food out her plate. So
somebody
it
have to take the
happened.
food out of fair plate sometime, Tony.
And
We can't,
remember,
we can't always win.
she lost a race where the person who won, she came second in a 100-meter race, where the person who won ran the
Time
second
ever.
fastest time of all time, the fastest Olympic time.
Yeah.
You can't be disappointed in that,
Can't be disappointed in yourself.
Yeah, that is true.
right?
But
And
what I am saying is that even the fact that, yeah, I understand the others have faster top end and whatever, but she couldn't. It was, I think, psychologically, she entered that 200 knowing it's already, I've been defeated already. I don't see how she could have picked herself back up from
let me say this:
to
who
come
would
back.
have entered that 200 thinking that they were going to win other than Elaine? No, be honest with you.
Yeah.
Nobody would have.
Sherry following and she never did there. So
And
we
Sherry
move right
never
on.
did it.
Yeah.
You understand? It is not a disappointment. By the way, I see CDE trying to log in. I think it's because he's not hearing me. But I'm not log out again because it's hard to come in.
Question. Since okay, Elaine won. What could anybody have done? Or what race strategy could have beaten Elaine yesterday?
Break the world record.
Okay.
That's it. That would have been the only race strategy anybody could have had. Break the world record.
Go die. Sorry, somebody go run beat the world record and beat Elaine, them have to just dead. Them done. Them carry with them done.
Let's look then. We're gonna move on, but okay, so Elaine has done the double.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, let me interject. I saw you guys talking about Kirsten Warholm. I tweeted, I posted, I said last night. I know I said it to you, Janvet. I know I said it to Latoya. I posted it in various groups. I said, of all the world records I have seen in my life, that world record for me is number one.
Yeah, that's why I asked earlier. Was it the race of the century? You know,
obliteration.
Put it this way: the amount of points he got for that race, it would be the equivalent of if a Usain Bolt ran 9.42.
Yeah.
That's how good that is, and we are fascinated by 9:58. Yeah. I would say 9:58 not going to be beaten. What made that race even more fascinating is that if I was supposed to tell you someone was going to run 47.1 in a 400-meter hurdles final and come fifth, you probably would have told me about my mother, my sister, my auntie, because we would have never thought that somebody would run 47.1 and come fifth. That was the reality. So just the essence of the race, I think I posted last night, I said, what does Rai Benjamin have to do to beat Warholm?
Hey, you said that, and our former national champion for 400-meter hurdles, Answer White, we both watched that race together. Like, and when the race is in process, that's all I could hear him saying in my ears. Like, well, Benjamin, I'm gonna lose in a great style, but what is it that he needs to do to win the gold medal? So said, so done. After seeing the times, like,
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
so I have a question. And now that I think about it, I remember we spoke about Jahil Hyde yesterday, and a few of us think that Jahil must go and take up football. After seeing that which happened, that obliteration,
Him not no chance nowhere now.
because listen, man, the fourth, I mean,
You have got a national record there. You don't think so?
What you say?
The national record is 47.60.
In that race.
The national record for
no,
Jamaica
Jamaica
is
national
47.60.
record is 47.60.
He would literally have to run that,
You have to
and
come.
I don't think I don't think Jahil had at this point
Him
in
not
his
got 9
career
foot.
is 47.60, 47.9 maybe, and to think he would probably run 47.9 and come 6. That. Listen, I don't think I slept because of that reason. Like, I'm gonna be honest
I
with
was
you.
traumatized. I'm not telling you any lie. I was traumatized after the race because I'm like, what else can track and field give me?
Jahil
Like,
forgot to some
I was like,
reevaluation.
we have to break Flogo's record tomorrow to bring back any form of sanity to this Olympics.
This Olympics, a lot of us have been talking about, it's not hype or is this. I think because we've been so used to seeing Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin in the men's 100 or this name or that name. But let us look at the Olympics from a broader perspective and see what has happened. The Olympic record for the women's 100 meter hurdles went. The first time 12.2 was ever run in an Olympics. The Olympic record for the women's 100 meters went. The men's 400 meter hurdles, the triple jump for women. We saw one of the most competitive women's long jump finals ever.
The high jump was also good.
The high jump from men was crazy. You look at it from that perspective.
Even the pole vault.
So you look at it and you're like, the performances that you're seeing in the track, on the track and in the field.
I mean, I think, in my opinion, the only explanation is the absence of the crowd in the stands. That's all. That's the only reason the Olympic doesn't feel like what it should feel. Can you imagine if a crowd was there to hype up these athletes, how much better they would have been? Just think about that. Because you might have the pressure. They would have felt a lot more pressure. So it could have been
me that hope say Tokyo puts on fast people in the stadium where I met nice, when I lie.
No, but if you notice what is happening is that a lot of the athletes are coming in. Right, and showing the support and giving a vibe to the crowd, and people are in the media center and doing that. So they're trying to replicate that. And there's some sound that is being played in the crowd because you can hear the music and
you can hear the music and stuff.
So they're trying their best to do it.
But it still don't add up to the real thing.
So he's going to leave Jahil Hyde alone. He's young and he have enough more years to go.
Jahil Hyde is the same age as Rai Benjamin.
Yeah, we saw expectations of the young youth that is still going through the change.
Remember, Jahil Hyde used to be some Rai Benjamin?
Jahil Hyde is a year younger than Carson Warholm.
And talk about Kyron McMaster.
Human McMaster is the same age. Dos Santos is 2 years older than him.
Talking about young people.
Jam fit.
Yes.
It is still not too late for Jahil to go take a football. You know?
No, CD, I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I mean, hard work, you can still reap some.
In what? You see where the sport are evolving, not moving. In what?
Yeah, but if he's the best in the country, then what is he going to do?
No, CDE not left for the football argument then. Him not leave for it at all.
No, man, even if you go take a football, man.
Yeah, let's talk
But
about.
this make him not gonna left a fight now. Period.
Let's talk about
Period.
Arian Knighton. Arian Knighton. What is going on? Like, is there anybody who can stop him in the finals? And is this
Andre
the
DeGrasse.
guy?
Andre DeGrasse. He's going to learn.
There's a girl I would like you.
Yeah, man.
Andre DeGrasse look lovely in that 200. You don't see that 200 Andre DeGrasse, man?
Andre DeGrasse jogged his personal faster than his personal best.
Yeah, but did you not see Knighton? Knighton was like at the beach.
Yeah, but you ask who is it that could stop him? Andre DeGrasse is the only one, in my view.
There's something we must understand here in this Olympics. The youngsters all look great up to the semifinals, but when the time come and the big man them step up, is a different level. We saw Brittany Anderson.
What about Niles? Niles, you're not looking at him at all.
No, man, I actually have Niles to win.
Okay.
I have Niles to win, but if DeGrasse wins, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's his disagreement. Andre Carroll in that final.
I have Knighton to get bronze. And that wouldn't be a bad thing. He's 17 years old. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Okay.
I don't know.
I just believe that overconfidence can get the better.
No, he looked very good, but the thing about it is this, when you are in these kind of races as a youngster, one out of two things are going to happen.
Right.
You're going to lose all your inhibitions and just go out. You're going to lose your inhibitions and just go all out, or you're going to crumble under the pressure. It's one of those two things going to happen.
He looks like he enjoys the pressure. Like he's enjoying himself. Like
nothing wrong with that.
Well, Noah Lyles?
No, Knighton.
I think he can take on the pressure. I mean, he kind of school. He kind of take Noah Lyles down a little bit. Trim him off a little bit. Because since Noah lost to him, kind of settle a little bit. So, I mean, I think he can take the pressure. But we will see how much pressure he can take. If it is that, persons come on to give him pressure. For me, I would wish Andre DeGrasse to get that gold medal. I think it is time for him to come up in his stead and stamp him ground. But if not, then I would call it for Knight. I have Noah Lyles to medal too. I think he can put in what needs to be done and get something there. That's me.
Well, I think we're looking at our first 17-year-old champion. I think I'm calling it for Knighton. Based on the fact that, as you say, he has no inhibitions. He's just going to go out there and win.
But then again, like I said, you have to remember, these big boys aren't playing. Trust me. They are going to make this the best of this opportunity. And why I say it is this. You have to look at it from this perspective. If Knighton continues on his path, he probably will win the next few championships. Right? If he continues on his path. It is highly unlikely that they're going to give him this first one, knowing that in years to come, they're not beat him. Very highly unlikely.
He's asking who is Knighton. Is the 17-year-old American?
And trust me, he's an amazing talent.
I'm of the opinion that experience going to get the better of him. So the experience of DeGrasse going to get the better of him. I just think overconfidence going to be the downfall of
But
Lyles.
I do have it. I do have Knighton to get bronze. That's just my thing. I have him to get bronze.
Well, I don't see him getting less than a silver, to be honest. And I don't see Degas winning. So, we're going to see.
Hold on, did Sassy just say she has Chris Taylor to get bronze in the 400?
Yeah, is there a chance? Can Chris Taylor get a bronze? Can he do a blind run and get a bronze?
Listen to me.
Which Chris Taylor are we talking about? Because
I must the singer. I can't. I don't want to run tomorrow.
One of Jamaica's brightest prospects ever.
The prospect that is supposed to move down to the lower thirds, 1 and 2. Because my God, kill himself up at 4.
And how whole heap of things would have to happen for him get a medal up necessarily. Too much. Some people have a false start. Some people get the worst start.
If Chris Taylor medals,
and left the field with all about 4 squad left in.
Yeah.
If Chris Taylor medals, I will say I will cut my locks.
Mind that
cut locks argument then it go around now.
If Chris, I'm gonna say it again.
Because in the 400 finals, there's always some upset or some surprise. So, I mean,
as with any hurdle race,
there's
obstacles. But
if Chris Taylor medal tomorrow, me cut my locks.
If he's in the straightaway and he's within reach of the other, you don't think he can sprint and get a bronze?
Chris Taylor a lock up. Chris Taylor a lock up from the top of the straight. So there's no way he can sprint and get him.
So when this is Shelly, when this is Shelly this morning, I look like she should have a medal. Yeah, you think she should have a medal, right? So if Chris Taylor come off and this and lead same way, people them are still can run it down.
Like I said.
No, me rather him come off behind them within striking distance. I think
he doesn't have the turnover and the speed for these guys. I tell you that. That's not even a question. Don't even go there yourself.
And high school track and field is,
Champs exactly. And a champs
days done.
If him come off behind them, man, yeah, get left for dead. But the thing about it is, and let me try to check it out.
Where are you putting him then? Call his position.
I have him for 8th.
Oh, come on.
Yep. All right. So let me go through it. Let me try to see if I can go.
He's not going to come here.
Well, I know. Let me try to see if I can go through it so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. So people can understand what I'm talking about. All right. I am trying to find the schedule, guys. So please don't. All right. So tomorrow is which day? Let me try to see.
Wednesday? No, Tuesday.
Tomorrow will be Wednesday for them.
Okay, so I don't think they run the finals tomorrow. I'm trying to find.
What do you want to know?
I'm trying to find the schedule for tomorrow because I'm now on my computer, so I'm trying to see how that works.
All right. So today is Tuesday for us, and we know that tonight
today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday for we, right? So we have the 400 meter, the women 400 meter hurdle finals really, and the 110 meter hurdle finals tonight. The 400 meter women's semi is tomorrow morning, and right. So therefore, the 400 meter is not
the decathlon and the hips really runs tonight. The hurdles semifinals, the women's 4 hurdles finals. the men's 400 finals will not be run until the day after.
Right.
Which is the 5th
So-
for us, which is Thursday for
which would
us.
be Thursday for us.
Thursday
So
morning.
with that said, let me see if I can find. It is also the same day as the 4x1 heat. So the men's 400 final says this:
So that's 4.
Chris Taylor will be running out of lane 9. So inside of him, right beside him in lane 8, you have Michael Norman. You have Stephen Gardner in lane 7. Sorry, but that works out. You have Michael Cherry in lane 6. You have Zambrano in lane who has run 43.9 this so far in lane 5. You have the great Kirani James in lane 4. Now you tell me, say you expect Chris Taylor to get away from none of them money.
So let's see if I get bronze.
And him
You
can't,
expect Chris Taylor to
him
get away
can't
from
see none
none
of
of them
them.
money.
Because
Him can't see none of them. I'm blindsided by all of them.
I do have. All right, let me tell you. I have Stephen Towin and Kirani to come second in the 400 meters.
Me too.
That's exactly where I have it. For that. But let me go back to today, to what's going on today. Today is which day? The 3rd? All right, so it will be actually the 4th for them. My apologies. So it is really decathlon and heptathlon for most of tonight. And then you have the men's 110 hurdles semifinals tonight our time. Ronald Levy, Daniel Roberts in the same.
Sister Diva, welcome.
Jam Faith, you did not read
That's
what
your
I
jump
said
up.
correctly. I never said I want a medal. I said I am praying that him get a medal if you see for the bronze.
Well, come and tell me
But
how
stop
God
reading me saying I hear one way. Yeah,
tell me how God got answer that the prayer that and which 3 people him are going to come in front. Like, so,
I know say him not get no medal, but I know say him not go give up and running them down to get one. We know say so him run. Him not going to give up.
I'm not going to give up, that's for sure. And in a finals,
If
people can tie up and
you
whatever.
him have that type of determination the way him a go run them down. Whether him a come dead last or not, him a go try run them down.
Sassy.
But me know he would get the gold now the silver.
But Sassy, darling, hi. Christopher Taylor is not in a position at the moment or in shape at the moment to do this. We're not talking. Moreover, look here. Christopher Taylor could even.
That's why
Christopher Taylor got the World Juniors to win and him never win it. And come back and make one bag of excuses. Why you think now on the senior side, when he's not in any form or shape, he's going to do that. If him run them down too hard, if him run them down too hard, you know, Sassy, if him run them down too hard, you know. Sassy, if him run them down too hard, if him run them down too hard, Sassy, you have to go wheel him off of the field and the something, and him left too far from Kingston Public Hospital, out miles in the too far from University Hospital, baby girl. We don't know what them are gonna give him over there. So me I beg you just make him just run them race.
Trials, them did have to wheel him off of the field because him run down Javan to get him place for go Olympic.
Yes, baby, and then him come back again and do it same way in the East still.
All right, people, let me interject here and give you some point of information. Chris Taylor's personal best is 44.88. Every single person in this race has run faster than that just to get to the finals.
I know. But uno know say him have this determination
Just
in
call
the
us
head
Peter
where
Smith. Everybody has run faster than that just to get to the finals.
Just move.
For my winnings, me have Kirani James. I don't want to get no medal. Him too hype. I don't like him.
Really, you find him hype, Sassy?
Yes, Cherry too hype. I don't like him. Why Kirani win? I went him, the guy from Bahamas. I remember seeing him. I want him get medal.
Gardner.
That's a Gardner.
Gardner. I think
We have one
Gardner
next
like
one. What the next one name again?
Andre DeGrasse.
Andre DeGrasse from
Sorry,
400.
no, sorry. What food is me there? Self chat, you know, sleep, yes, sleep.
Yeah, man.
It's
The
like
guy,
Kirani.
where him come from? One of them
Where?
African where him come from.
Makwala? Makwala, you talking?
Yeah.
Makwala days done. Makwala.
I don't want to hear him nothing.
Makwala and I have no say here. I don't even,
You don't know that, and you out there run.
although he's another one who's determined to, you know, him fight all the time. The lane draws come out already?
I don't know. I never checked to see that.
I tell you in
I
a short
see this
order.
name. I don't know why I had this Jahil here. I don't know why I had this him.
Jail a footballer. I know this him.
Why I had this him?
Jail is a footballer.
If never dropped him would have in the finals. Whether him come last or not, he would have been there if he never dropped.
That's true.
I don't know why I had this him.
That is true. Probably him look like him not gonna make it to the finals. That's for sure.
He was going to make it to the finals.
But how can you kick down the 400 hurdle? As we said, the hurdles in the 400
Our
are
hurdles, a barrier.
high hurdles in the 400.
All right, so yes, the lane draws are out already for the 400-meter flat finals. In lane 2, we'll have Makwala. In lane 3, we'll have Lee Marvin, that's the guy from Netherlands. In lane 4, we have Kirani James. Lane 5, we have Zambrano. Lane 6, we have Cherry. Lane 7, you have Gardner. Lane 8, you have Michael Norman. And lane 9, you have Christopher Taylor.
Oh, God, wicked.
And who out of that you think Christella gonna run now?
Well, we see Ilian winning a lane 9 one night.
Sir,
Jump it.
never say about
Elaine is the best in her event. Christella isn't even the best in Jamaica. Come on, man.
We know that. But him are the only one that year done to represent done. What the rest of them there?
So it's a hopeful thing, Sassy.
Eh?
It is a hope for the best.
You have to always hope for the best of your country. I never say I go win, you know. Normally say I come second.
There's a difference between hope for the best and being realistic.
Kirani Falstaff.
In this
Sorry, get hamstring. Anything can
sorry,
play.
footwear. Info.
Right, what about, let's talk about the 400. Very good. The girls them look good last night, didn't they?
But never did
400 flat?
The 400 flat.
Yes, the girls them look really nice last night. As I said, when we started,
I never did get to watch it. I just can't see left that part there.
oh, as I said, Shawnee Miller-Weber did look good in the 400. However, news in that Shawnee will not contest the semifinals nor the finals, basically, because she says that she have an hamstring issue from running that finals.
I just burn out. I just bunch burn out. I shouldn't want to say that.
She did not try too much. 100, 200, 400. She that must burn
out. Stephanie and McPherson look really well. For me, she looked comfortable and relaxed.
I know she's still now win. God knows she's still now.
Even if she don't win, once she medal, that will be good for her. That will boost her confidence because she has been on the. she have been on the scene for a while, and this year this season is a season that she has been getting the necessary attention, and you see where that goes. You see what that attention from your coaches or from the people around you does.
So we're basically agreeing that all the medals we're going to get this year are from the females.
Yeah, the man them in a position.
I think we could get a medal.
No. The 110 hurdles, men, all three are into the semis, and trust me. Well, for me, Dwight Thomas did look shaky.
Parchment and something look good. Parchment
and Levy look really good. I mean, Parchment this morning really looked good for me. Because one, I mean, Relax is him being experienced.
To be fair
and all
though,
of that. Yeah.
To be fair though, Parchment always look good till they reach the finals.
Till they reach the finals and drop it down and do all that matter even. That's true. But he did look good. Levy looked excellent for me. As I said, Dwight Thomas, I know what going up the song.
Everyone left Omar. Not yet.
Everybody will left Omar, but to understand, I mean, that is in the past.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I was saying that Yannick Thompson should have given up our spot to Daniel Williams, and then we came back and saw a reason why. But which she?
Daniel Williams.
Daniel ran fourth, and she was brought as a yeah. Yeah, so that's what it is.
The
but the Shibankov and Antinga wasn't there though. You know, the names that we would have said, hey, would be meddling and causing problems, like Shibankov wasn't there, and Ortega wasn't there. So it now leaves. I mean, when I said now leaves, it now leaves the medals to.
Chilling with Ali and Mali. Welcome to you.
Chilling.
Damian is back.
Oh, still searching.
The girl in the 400 looked good as well. I was very impressed.
Candice McLeod. Yeah,
but that may say that all the medals them.
For IG bought that girl, I never like it.
Repeat what you said, Sassy.
So then put up one statement both her for IG, and I did not like it.
What was the statement? Talk about God. Talk about a good plead mode.
Some lesbian something.
My show cover die. Hey, shake it tambourine and go and walk your ways and go, mama.
Because blonde hair
half of the athletes them are. Let's go.
No, why me tell her to shake it tambourine and go and when Jermaine come back and stop searching, me gonna ask him something, because baby girl, even though I know the answer to the question I'm gonna ask, I know what I'm gonna ask is not so, but I'm still gonna ask it because you said that. Then put up say McLeod is that, but McLeod is the best friend of. And then therefore, them say birds of a feather flock together, even though I put my disclaimer out there. Me know say
it's not that
also
out there.
Who is McLeod's best friend?
SJ.
Wow. Yeah, but I think they said that was the case for a long time.
You think that what?
Or SJ from Jamaica or from Bahamas? No.
Jamaica.
Oh, no. I never heard that before.
No, I was making reference.
I heard about SG from Bahamas.
Oh. No, because she made mention. Jermaine, Sassy said they put up something that she didn't like about Candice McLeod, and she said that was that she is. So I was just playing the devil's advocate, even though I know. Once again, my disclaimer, guys. I know my disclaimer for what I'm going to ask. Jermaine is not so, but I'm still going to ask him because it's in baby.
Jermaine, I got fired.
No, as I said, I know it is otherwise. Personally, I know.
Is it Elaine best friend? Because
Who?
Elena said she come out and she did this for Omar.
Oh no man, Omar and Elena
No, man.
brother and sister.
Bench and
That
butter.
yeah man. Beads and buttered, 2 points in apart, cause say some girl for skin out and win medal, and some girl for look when them win and win, yeah man. Right there, so on him talk about good girl of the bottom, yeah. When I panty story, yeah, some girl for wear natural hair and all of these things.
Yeah.
Right there, so. But Jermaine, because Sassy said they stated that Candice McLeod is lean. Because I know, and you supposed to know that Candice McLeod is the best friend of your daughter, your baby. I'm saying, would it then conscrew that your baby is lean? I know the answer to this already, guys. My disclaimer again.
Listen to me. We talk enough controversial things on the program here already. Let's just leave it there, so.
You sure you want to leave it right now?
I leave it right there, so.
Okay.
So now,
I leave it right there, so.
But Sassy, that's what they do, though. They go silent meet content.
Yes.
But I know otherwise.
Admittance of guilt.
I know otherwise, though. Personally, I know otherwise.
Let us keep it going. They are best friends. Good. Argument done this, so.
But I was saying that McLeod does look good in the 400. Can she?
Can she? All right. Let us go through the field.
Yeah.
All right. And before we do that, let me go back and speak about the heats. So you have to take it step by step, to see how far she can go and what she look like. All right. So the semifinals for that event is when? Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning for us. So heat 1 has Candice McLeod, Quinera Hayes. Those are the top 2 by far. That's not even a competition. Can she get to the finals easily? Quinera Hayes, as you guys know, is the US champion, running 49.7 this year, 49.78. Candice McLeod looked better in every race. Candice McLeod did 50.1, looking, I don't even know what you want to call it. That is not even easy. That was beyond easy. So we'll give her that. So we're going to go through it, Semi-final 2 has Ranisha McGregor, which I do not expect to make it out of that semi-final as automatic. Maybe she can get fastest loser, but not automatic. There's Jody Williams who has actually gone up now to the 400. We knew Jody Williams as a 200 runner. I don't expect her to make it either because Miller Weber and Jonathan is in that, but we hear some Miller Weber not run, though.
Yeah, I told them already that Miller Weber's out of it.
So Ranisha maybe can go through in that heat, but she'd have to run. She didn't look as comfortable as the other 2. And then now you have the big girl, the big gun, in the same heat with Alyssa Felix. Obviously, by process of elimination, you know that. And she and Alyssa Felix are right beside each other. As well as the Polish girl.
Alyssa looked a lot better than when I saw her in the trial.
Trust me, she looked. That is what training does. So she's right beside Allison, but she's actually on the inside of Allison. So she's in lane 5 while Allison is lane 6. She can gauge Allison. I think she probably has a better top end right now compared to Allison. So that should be the 2. That really should be the 2. Can Ranisha get to the finals with Donshani Miller Weber? Yes. She can. Do I expect her to medal? No, because my medals come between the 2 Jamaicans and the 3 Americans. Actually, 2 other Americans, because I don't have Jonathan to medal.
Welcome, Shadeen Johnson and family. Welcome.
I don't have Jonathan to medal. So so it's really going to be about those 2. Strictly about those 2.
Hey, Shadeen.
I think Stephanie can do it.
What one of them reach pan podium?
She didn't look as good as I hoped she would look, but she looked all right.
Exactly.
She actually looked really good. I think we might misjudge it because I think what she did with her race pattern was she kept it.
Because of what she was wearing.
Yeah. But her race pattern kind of messed it up a little bit. But she did look good. She looked very good, to be honest with you. But if I will tell you, Candice McLeod looked the best out of everybody. And I find it funny that Miller Weaver did not run does not run the 400 semifinals, because here's what I thought when she's think with it all and say Miller Weaver see the 200 meter and I say, yo, we can't beat them girl. You understand? And she came out. That's why she did the 400, but she looked so easy in the 400 meter. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe I should try to trick the crowd, but I don't know.
That's why I was expecting her maybe to do something in the 2, because seeing her in the 4, she really looked good. But,
maybe she trick the crowd, yeah.
Don't all this Miller Weaver at all.
I wish race Antoinette are running again. At 400 too, Antoinette Stratton, whatever her last name be.
I'm not sure if I'm 400.
No, she ran in the 2. No, Antoinette Strawn ran the 100. And Gaither ran the 200. That's the thing, girl. Yeah.
I know say some of them cameramen are getting a problem before the championship. I don't. No, because I said them are show some close up of some things.
Oh, you see it too.
We're not fit for TV.
True, especially with the long jump girls them yesterday.
Me see the long jump girl.
What's the name of that long jump girl?
The Polish girl. Polish or Swedish. One of them. You can literally see the hear about them.
Yeah, true.
But it's not the cameraman, is where the cameras are situated. So it is not really the cameraman, because they have drones and they have cameras, especially for the long jump persons on the ground, right?
No, man, the cameraman what that was the one where move the long one in the pit itself. Him did I do it.
But what I'm saying, is the person in the control room then.
So even though him that year maneuver somebody else, they else do something with it?
Something in the control room, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to decide what
you have to decide what to show. So even though it says it's live, it's actually like about 3 seconds delayed to us.
Yeah, man, know that.
Yeah, so the person in the control room decides what to show. So them really at that.
Listen, some of them cameramen, they are perverts. You know, call it.
Oh Jesus!
But
So them never perverted though. Who the sister Brittany have the good body. I'm just kidding though. But yeah, understand.
Listen, I am going to take. Listen, if I am a cameraman at a major championship, it's not the track and field them do. Them love do that at beach volleyball too. I mean, see some girl that bend for second and starter blocks on them something there. I'm gonna try to take a look at one camera and let the people them see what me I say too. I just say go.
I guess, but
400 meters. Nobody mentioned the 400 hurdles for women. The finals is in this session that's gonna start now.
Well, all in all, me away for release. That's my favorite race them.
Who runs the heat of the 4x1 women?
I think that has been decided. It is Brianna.
The meeting yet?
The meeting took place earlier, a little bit after the finals of the 200. It is the 4 that I had expected.
No, because in Shelley's interview, she said is only one meeting happened when they were aware.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about after.
Yes, so she said the meeting is supposed to happen like tomorrow. So the meeting not happening yet. It's not happening
tomorrow
now. Yes, it will be now happening. So who runs it though?
I think it has been probably going to be decided. I'll be shocked if I see anything else. It is
We know
Brianna.
three. We know three. We know three. I just want me one. Me one.
Angel.
Brianna Sherika will be running the heats.
Hello, June in the kitchen. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Sherika will be running the heats.
So
Right.
along with the three.
Yeah, along with Berchel,
Berchel,
Morrison,
Brianna,
and yeah.
Some of the actually sugar around the each
Which
say, yeah,
is
man.
exactly how I expected it to be in the
That's
beginning.
exactly what I expected.
Because Elaine, so don't make no rest.
No, Elaine need no, but I mean, for sure, Elaine definitely needs to rest and recuperate.
Both of them.
Both of them, because both of them goes into, they both of them did their put out all of them all on the ground. So both of them for me needs to do it. Who runs the men 4x4?
The same team is going to run the heats and the finals. I doubt there's going to be a change.
I'm not sure.
I just hope Maurice don't put
think
that
there
little dude.
because trial, so I don't think he's there none tal.
No man, your boy is not there, baby. So we're looking at
So the likely lineup is Oblique Civil, Javon Minzy, Rashid Dwyer, who's going to be running the finals of the 200, as well as, based on what I am seeing and I am hearing, I just said Oblique Civil, Rashid Dwyer, Javon Minzy.
We're talking about 4x1.
4x1. And the fourth person, there's still, Johan Dick is still there. They still don't know if he's running.
No, him
right?
No, but I saw him narrow.
But the dependence was on Julian Ford. I think they're still trying to figure out who.
No, they can't run Julian Ford. They can't.
I know the dependence when Taekwondo Tracy and Blake left, the dependence was Julian Ford was going to run.
Right, but he's out.
So he's out. So we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, because weird enough. No, weird enough. You see, I'm gonna come back. Hold on, let's see. Weird enough.
Serve some better.
Weird enough. I'm coming back to my.
I'm coming. Yeah, I drink cup soup. So Julie's like, she can give me a better soup in her kitchen.
Jermaine, weird enough, I'm coming back to my selfish statement that I've been making about athletes being selfish. Why I'm coming back to that is because what Julian brother name again?
Jordan.
In reporting, Jordan said, Julian, tell him. Say I feel it. And he advised not to, but him still continue. For what reason? Why are we still so selfish? Can him get there, I feel it. Why are we still so selfish?
Oh, the other person is Nigel Ellis.
Nigel
Ellis is the other person. So more than likely, it looks like it's going to be Oblique Civil, Rashid Dwyer, Nigel Ellis, and Javon Minzy.
And that's the order that you do it?
That's not the order. I would have Nigel Ellis anchoring. Oblique Civil would run the back stretch.
Would run the back stretch for me.
I would have him. I would start with Minzy, and I would let Dwyer run the curve. For obvious reasons.
So he's
the best 200 meter runner right now.
Nigel Ellis.
Right. So Nigel Ellis I'd let Nigel Ellis anchor.
What happened to Matheson? You guys probably know.
Matheson is supposed to be over foreign in college. Let us not talk about Matheson. Let us not talk about Matheson until 2024, please. Give him the time for rehab, recoup. Because when he got over there, one thing the coach said was that he has never seen an athlete so injured come to him. That was sad.
But then he also stated that he don't understand how he even standing up. But that's how bad Matty is. And that is how bad Matty is. Matty sat out a year. And then so therefore that is why if you watch NCAA, Matty didn't really run on the circuit.
They're really taking their time with him to get him back into proper shape. And he's in a good camp, so they're just taking their time with him. I'm just really taking time with him.
Wow. The amount of athletes with damage, man. This one needs to do something. I don't know what though, but
well, I'm kind of glad
we don't really know what it is. They could, if they wanted though, It is a long shot, but to be honest with you, based on what I saw, if he's fit, I probably might take a shot and run Christelle in that 4x1.
Yeah, that immediately because him can do the
But
both of the replacement.
but knowing that he doesn't look fit, he doesn't look
Yeah,
like a fit one.
That's a big risk to take.
That's a big risk to take, JJ.
yeah,
I
but
understand where you're coming from. No, I understand where you're coming from, Jermaine, and I would do it. If you're going for me, if you were going to run him on the 4x1, I wouldn't run him on the 4x4. And then we're gonna have problem when we take him out of the 4x4, because then we're gonna maybe go for Sean Rowe, or we're gonna take who you don't want for go on
Our
it. I mean, I'm calling him.
Our 4x4 has
Find a way,
Nathan Allen and the 4 men and the 3 men that run the 400, and Sean Bailey, Demish Gay, Chris Taylor. If you take Chris Taylor out of that 4x4, Big Boy gets a. I know exactly say, so I know what Big Boy run.
But
So.
I just said a while ago. I just said a while ago, if it is that we're gonna take Chris Taylor and put on the 4x1, which would be good, we're gonna have to put him where you don't want to put in. So just lock your eye and take him and not fight.
No, to be honest with you.
One good running at him.
Listen, I'm not saying that Big Boy can't run, I allow him to run any individual event. I just don't want him with a bat. Have you ever seen Big Boy run a relay?
I've seen him mess up relays. I have seen him.
Exactly. Big Boy will get all a 10-meter lead, and when you look him 15 meters behind everybody.
So we have to make him start.
Big Boy not supposed to have a button in him and not time at all. Never. They're not supposed to know what a button look like.
Back in the years, Rashid used to run.
Did you guys see the interview with Elaine this morning when them asked her about the relay meeting and Elaine said them not normally practice button change. I think they must go freestyle.
Yeah, but then you know this, CD, you must know this. Are the little plebs them normally for the heat practice button change. The big
Listen,
but I was saying she shouldn't go there just to put that out there just so.
No, because I mean the whole world I go crazy about little something, and I mean she just try to say, listen, I'm not credit Avoc. We're stars, We're bosses,
listen,
bosses.
let me say this, and it is for that reason why I gave you CDE, the order I gave you yesterday. Because I'm just going to use whoever has run that leg before and knows how it goes. Brianna to Shelly to Elaine to Sharika. We know that now that happen. So more than likely there's a possibility that it might be Brianna to Sharika to Shelly to Elaine. But them a star and them know them thing.
Mrs. Spencer asked Shelly this morning.
Elaine to Shelly, I know but
if she ready for go run the 4x1. If she ready for go run the 4x1, Shelly look for him and ask him if he's mad.
You're crazy, you're mad? Exactly.
You're going to ask your oldest woman who has run her best 2 Olympic races ever.
No, I don't. But the thing is, I think she misunderstood. No, I think she misunderstood. I think she misunderstood what he's asking. I don't think he might ask her. She ready for the heats.
Yes. No, man, it was about the heats. It was about the heats.
She asked her about the heats.
No, I said that.
No, you're mad.
Her response was, you're mad. And then she did say, if she needed, should I find the strength to go do it?
No, we've seen that now. Remember, in 2016, even coming off of a sore foot and could barely walk, she went and ran the heats and the semifinals of the 4x1. And she could have barely walked.
Funny enough,
we've seen that from Shelly.
The only other name she mentioned in running that 4x1 is she said if she and Sharika need to go run the heats, then they will go do it.
Yeah.
She mentioned herself and Sharika.
Yeah, but she knows a period. She knows Fanna's mentality. She knows period. She can't put Ilian in that. And it would be uncouth of her as a captain. No, as a person, as a Christian, as a captain, as a leader, it would be uncouth of her to ask Elaine to run it.
I think she gave Elaine her kudos this morning though, because she
Yes.
did say
Yeah.
she did say 21:53 is no joke.
It's no joke.
So
No
she
joke.
she admitted that she ran her best race and 21:53 is no joke. So I think she gave Elaine her crap this morning.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
And-
hugged this
And the
morning.
hug this morning, man.
They looked genuine and the smile was still there.
Listen,
The hug this
they were
morning.
they were turned enemies by the person. It wasn't because we knew there was
Yeah,
drama,
go
but
say
what
stop
people don't
it.
understand
Stop
is
it.
just me
Joel,
and
I'm
my
gonna
father.
start with
I did it,
myself.
Joel.
If you're going to just because somebody and I have a conflict, that don't mean that we hate each other. Or just because I might think that somebody is more important, that don't mean I think and I'm going to say this. I think Shelley's disdain is more for Frano than it is for Elaine.
Yep, it is.
I think her disdain is more for Frano than it is for Elaine.
That is true, but guess what? At the end of the day, though, but Elena will get the end and stick of it.
Yeah, because
She at the firing line.
she is the product of what Shelley doesn't like about Frano.
And then also because I mean, for me, if it was Sharika being Elaine, Sharika would get the stick, then I stick from Shelley as close as they may seem in it.
No, let me tell you this. Let me tell you why it may not have an effect that much on Shelley. Because Sharika did not start running the 100 and the 200 until Shelley left.
Right,
So,
no, I'm
and they're
saying
not
if
in
it
the
was
same
in
camp.
reverse, no, what I'm saying is if it was in the reverse, meaning Sharika was Elaine, then Sharika would have come under that pressure, would have felt
Exactly.
the wrath
That would
of
have
her
probably been
decision.
that probably would have been the same situation anyway. So, like I said, the disdain, I don't think the disdain has to do with Elaine or anybody as athletes in the camp. I think everybody just knows that Shelley just get frustrated with Frano. And Elaine just happens to be the product of what Shelley does not like about Frano. And
So she
that's
get the
what it
right.
is.
But, somebody commented today was complaining that Elaine was a bad sports person. She didn't.
Who said that?
One of my friends, I wanted her to come. Right? He was saying that Elaine didn't acknowledge the Bahamian girl, and Shelley had to run and hug her up before she sat on the ground, and blah blah blah.
No. Hold on. Look here. When they win, everybody come to you. You're not supposed to go to nobody.
Exactly. And you are the boss.
When you win and Borussia smash Olympic record, everybody's supposed to come to you. You're not obligated. You know what Bolt used to do? Bolt used to run halfway around the track. So anybody that want to come
before nobody
come catch him.
Them literally there for run him down to catch him. Cameraman and all.
And that distinct cameraman, remember, we have to run at top speed beside both to try to catch him up. I'll never forget that image.
The winner does not congratulate people. It's people congratulate the winner.
Everybody congratulate the winner. So make a friend with that jump it.
You understand? So the people that want to come talk about that all them foolishness there. I wouldn't listen when Shelley wins. Remember when Shelley won in 2012 when she won the second time and she left on the ground and kick up her foot like shenanigans. You see Veronica and everybody come over to she never go over to nobody.
Yeah, she them come over to her.
These things
when she win the first one and them literally run her down.
A statement like that start breed contention.
Exactly.
Them things that start up the contention.
Elaine win and she was overjoyed. 21:53 is no joke. Remember, most of us have never seen that. Let's be real. We have never seen that far. Right? Because none of we never I don't think anyone of we watched 1988 Olympics. You understand? So we've never seen it.
We're too young to remember that.
Alright, I'm a band the year after. So none of we never see that. So this is the fastest time any one of us have ever seen in our eyes. Wind aided, whatever it may be. You get me?
All I can say is I was concerned about the 21:34, but with the mere alien talk this morning, if she did actually get the extra day or
she
half
said
day,
if she get the extra day that did.
That did.
That did. She said. And I don't disbelieve her
Lady Jewel
because
is agreeing. Lady Jewel says Shelley did not show grace to Elaine when she won the 100 meter, and that was not nice.
Yeah, that was
That's why I said,
different.
Germany
She
has to
was
go.
disappointed.
Latoya is right
zoned
there
out.
in
She
the
have all
on the
the
show. I
rights
don't know
to
why she
zone
write that in the comments.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but I saw the
She
images of.
did zone out.
It wasn't just zone out. You could have seen the content on them.
No, all right. So
Look here, the girl literally
Again,
did zone
could have
out.
again,
You
hold
could
on,
have
look.
seen the content and this Dave and Shelly and
And
Shelly.
them answer,
You see,
they could have
No, it
Jermaine,
wasn't.
It wasn't
Jermaine,
there.
Jermaine,
Please,
you
because
remember?
she when I asked what I asked her, she did win a race and she never won.
Hold on, Sassy, hold on. You remember yesterday I come on and I say that a picture speaks 1,000 words. And I said it was unfortunate that all the pictures I saw after that final
Her face, yeah, she's
Showed-
serious, because she's like
showed her
literally
face
I said,
in-
Just
"Why
serious,
don't
Sassy.
you really
It's
lose
not
the
just
race?"
serious.
Me would have zone out to me not lie. She did. She
Remember-
was
remember-
No, but you're not
main-
going to hit the winner.
remember
You
her
just
main
not the winner like that.
disappointed in herself.
her main
You're
aim when
telling
she
me
came back was to try and prove that she could come back and win that event, you know. And if you don't win,
Me not
there's
think
there's
so.
there's going to be
No, me not
a
think
moment.
she could prove nothing. She
There's going
just
to be a
come for us.
moment. There's going to be a moment when you just zone out to yourself and you just before you come back.
That was a zone out to herself. That was zone out with Sherika beside her.
No, all right.
No, Sharika was the
Let
one
us-
that
let us
literally
call it
went
what
up
it
there
is.
for Taria. Me
That's
did
very
that.
fucking
She did
separate.
literally turn up there for Taria.
Let us call it what it is, right? Shelley came out and acknowledged it today.
Shelly never
And she
have
did
no
say she was
family
disappointed in what she
emotion,
did.
nothing for her face. She just literally zone out.
The disappointment was
Well,
obvious.
come on, Sassy. Come on. You just have to come here because, okay.
Nah,
she's
take up there. They look for her face. They don't no emotion. She just literally turn up and look.
Remember, I'm telling you about
Sassy,
this.
you look on them the images there.
That was the one you say, yeah, they might do this, yeah, they might do that and all kind of something. Shelly did.
All right, hold on. Jamfet.
Yes,
You know that those cameras shoot like maybe 50 shots in like 10 seconds.
right.
So when they take the picture, they just hold on the button and they take like 50 images in seconds. Why out of all of those 50 images you choose the one that she looks the most content and with a look on her face?
Because
Why
controversy
choose that
sells.
I'm not
Exactly.
talking about a picture.
Exactly.
Hold on, CDE. I'm not talking about a picture. I'm talking about the footage that I saw, the live footage that I saw. And I was not the only one who saw it. The entire world population saw it, and there was a lot of outrage because of what they saw. Some people said they've never seen nothing. Like my friend there who called me and said she never seen nothing. Sassy's trying to say she never seen nothing strange about that. I saw it and I was very shocked and disappointed. Something was happening and I was like, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. Like people who never know that they have beef or whatever would have known at that point.
All right, so here's a way for break it down.
One woman told me
the beef is not with Shelly.
one lady told me that she stopped watching the Olympics after that because she felt so bad and embarrassed.
No, here what people need to understand. And I'm here something to come out with the excuse to say that there's a delay on the big screen and she don't look up on the big screen so she never knows that people close to her and that kind of something. Look here. In the moment, Sherika, where she never qualified for the 200. There's a moment after each race. There's a moment after each race when everybody stop, even after the final, then we stop and look up on the screen to see what them do. So in that moment that them zone out and just whatever the replay show before them even go congratulate who win.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
So in the person watching that
moment people were looking at.
We are talking about the hug or the non-hug.
Not even hug. I guess it's COVID. You don't have to hug, but in a way.
Brother, let me tell you this. Let me say this to you. If I know I go into an event to win and I lost,
Julie said it was so obvious and she's in this too long to not know how to play, even if they had beef. So I don't just mean one seat, the entire world side. It's 1 billion people watching.
How much I don't know said a beef they're going from 2014?
Nobody no much didn't know. Enough people never knew. Come on.
Good. Why?
Enough
So
people never knew.
them
Because
them things
they
are-
handle it. They
People
were
just
handling it.
people just start be aware of it when trials happen. Trials brought it
Exactly.
out a little bit, and then they just and
Exactly.
then
Exactly. I saw the trials and I was like, oh, these two look frosty. I mean,
and
asked
the
Elaine's best
moment
friend. Elaine's best friend living in France. I asked her, I said, is there an issue between these two? And she said yes, but she's not going into the details.
But when it happened firstly at trials, the moment people start complaining about when it happened first, you see the second time around when they run, sugar hug, same replication. It happened this time, and even as CD said, they're looking up on the screen and whatever. Even though you were looking up on the screen at that moment, Elaine, they are going to scream out her throat to a ball for Jesus and Ray Tete and all of those stories. Little later though, Shelly almost never touched Elaine. Shelly go round Shelly go round Sharika and just I'm not even know what you call that when that happened, right? And stuff. When Shelly win and drop down on ground too, people come then just touch and go on too. But I mean that touch was so unfriendly, so I not even know if to describe the touch. Compared to and even though we're in COVID, because Jam Fet me here you say COVID. If we are in COVID, yes, but you see how other people celebrate, you see how when them jump up and bash him, the bash him have to literally lift him
Italians,
up.
and he did something that has never yes, that's
in a game, so why she wouldn't know if to take a loss? That no make no sense. Elaine beat her already.
Yes, but Sassy,
second, it's not the third.
yeah, but Elaine, is that just beat her, take a record, our national record, take the Olympic record,
our world champion.
take her time, the fastest woman alive. So it's a lot that happened in that moment.
Oh God.
I want them to take touch.
But Jules, Sassy don't agree with you none on this.
One person I can see.
That one them to take touch because Elaine beat her over and over and over again. It's not the first. Other people beat her too. So that one then not
James won, whether it be heat, semis or whatever, in Kirana James won, every drop man, the whole if I 8 of them in there, the whole 7 get a handshake, a touch, a railway tete, and you see genuineness in it.
But that's why my friend is saying Elaine just draw herself on the ground on spite to just not get no.
No.
She won't come on.
Yeah, man, let you come tell me that. No, that is not true. That is Elaine being that is Elaine being tired, realizing that wow, I really did this. Remember, she said it, she had to talk to herself and convince herself that I've been here before, I've done this before. We spoke about the mental. We spoke about her mentals last night, Jam Fet. That is she trying to basically come to grips with what she had done while she went on the floor. No. Deliberately, no. Me not agree.
Me not go buy some of them argument though me here. We know them had a little issue from way back and they were handling it. And then the media pick it up, and anytime the media pick up nothing, they just skyrocket.
The media pick it up late, man.
And everybody start run with it.
Come again, Trey?
When I saw the Beijing, she won that. No, she lost to the girl, the Shipper girl. The Shipper won in Beijing. What are them? When girl Shipper beat Elaine by a little margin, right?
Yeah.
Remember that, or did she?
Yeah, 2015, I think.
Yeah, it was when she lost to her or whatever. You never go and congratulate the shipper. She went on one side, people Veronica Brown can't do whatever she go over there and others go on. She never go and congratulate them. She just went and sat by herself and she do exactly what she did in these last two. All right, so it's a style that she has. So nobody shouldn't blame others when they don't want to go to her because that's what she did to other people. You know, so it's not a requirement. It is a sense of sportsmanship to do it, and some people choose and some people choose not to. I respect that.
Faye is referring to Elaine and Shippers.
Yes.
Or they can hear me.
Congratulate Daphne. I know about that.
Elaine has her way of what she does. She likes to isolate herself after her races, and she has every right to do it. What people don't have a right is to impose others to go seek her out. When she won last night, she didn't seek anybody out. She went and she sat down, and when the Bahamian girl, everybody used to watch it.
Drew, come back. I didn't see her.
Went over to her. Maybe she didn't even see her, but the fact is that she was trying to anyone. So the girl went to go at her and she had turned her head at the same time. And maybe she didn't do it deliberate, but the fact is that she wasn't trying to interact. All right? So you have the right to not do that. So don't blame others when they do afterwards to interact with her. Everybody.
Well, Faye,
Natalia, what you saying about that?
Well, Faye, I disagree with you. I mean, when the skipper's issue happened, that was a shocker because she thought she was sent, she was instructed to get that, to win that. And when all that happened, she was in shock and she looked up and all of that. But eventually she did go and congratulate skippers, right? So she took her moment. Shelly took her moment. And what I am saying is the way in which Shelly congratulated her then was just unfriendly, unsportsmanlike. Everybody have their right to do things. However, when you look on how Shelly congratulates people all the time compared to that one, you see a great difference. When Shelly won the national champion, you could never find a picture with Shelly and Elaine congratulating each other, right? You found 3 pictures with Shelly and Sharika, all cubs and buds and body up. When we've seen where Shelly run already and she run and she good up Osetalu and everybody. What is it then? Understandable. Putting them beef aside, what is it that you can't man up and congratulate the right way? Why she congratulate one way for the 100 and no come congratulate another way for the 200? That's essentially congratulate her the same way for the 200. No, then you could have said, okay, then that's the way she wants to do it. But she fixed it. And that's what makes you.
Why did she go over and congratulate her for the 200?
Because Edward, first of all, everybody that threw the shade out there on her, and because you know something, she's a bigger one. It don't mean nothing to her. She go in and she reached to her and say congratulations. Elaine Thompson didn't congratulate a damn person in that race. She took herself and went aside. I watched other races, and the girl that ran the 800 or the 400, she was tired as hell. And people come to her, and she went to every single one she could and hugged them and take contact. All right, my girl didn't do that. She went and she sat by herself because that's what she chose to do. So don't expect people to come running to her. I mean, they don't run to her because you have to give an opening. But people are human. I am personally not running to nobody who don't want me coming to them. What the hell? You know, she's the one that won. She already won the race. She's the one that led. She won it. She could go and say, all right, the others that you know, here, come back to you. You know, do that. It's not the one who wants that we go before. She must go back and that came last. All right, you know what? You ran a good race. But, you know, better luck next time or whatever. All right, she didn't do any of that. She didn't do that. And she had a second chance to do it in the 200 and she didn't do it. So that is just her style. That's just what that. There's nothing wrong with her style, but then just accept it. She just don't have that kind of brought up. All right, what can I say? People are different. But I wouldn't run to anyone that don't want me running to them. So I just do that. You know, she took her, she was sitting, the cameras were focused on her, and I am if Shelly Ann went over there when she gets her photo op moment. They go bend down and go hug her. People say, look how Shelly Ann gone over there to go steal her limelight. They would have said that. Because what reason would she have to go over there and bend down on the ground to go hug up that girl when she getting her picture taken?
But she got her today before she got to the ground. She got her today. Elaine, Shelly found a way to manipulate her today.
She didn't go on.
All right, and you know what? Everybody's time is important. When they run, they want to see what time they ran. All right, how close they are or whatever. Everybody's time is important. And what she did, she took the big shoot. She went the big man way out. All right, and what she did is she put on her big boy pants and she got look at the board. Before she checked her time on the board, she got hug Elaine. What kind of shit is that? She didn't check her time on the board, but she had to go run and hug her. So the world can say she's not icy. All right, come on. She didn't even have time to check her time on the board.
That's not true. She never did.
Sassy, what you saying? You agree with Faye?
Yeah, she never did check her time on the board and she just go right over there, go hug her up and walk off of the track after.
I think we're putting too much emphasis on this congratulations after the race and thing. Remember, say everybody train for how much years for the one event, and everybody go through different phases and thing. So if somebody in a different state of mind when after the race run, you can't blame them. Because we just go back and watch that 2015 race, you know. We just go back and watch it tonight. And remember, say skippers actually run down Elena and pick her up on the line.
Right.
Run her down, pick her up on the line. And the same thing I was talking about, where at that after the race, you focus on the screen for say the replay. Elaine was there, focus on the screens. Everybody come to Elaine, touch her up on her back, whatever, and she was there. When she realized something that she jump on the track, face down on the track, a skippers come to her and tap her up on her back. Because she was in disbelief.
So this is what everybody does, and you know they just need to just accept. All right, it's saying what she needs to do is if she chooses to not interact with people after the race, then that's her choice. But then don't blame others for not running up to her. Shelly Ann did it in the 200. She even checked her score before she go hug her. All right, and everybody happy now. All right, because you know this is supposed to be more important.
But I felt better seeing that today. It was a better image, and it certainly felt better.
So here
that image because the girl still
CD, say what you want to say because I need to say something funny. The rest I'm quiet all of them.
Here my solution to all of this now. Remember, so we in a COVID time, so we're really supposed to hug up people right now. So
thank you.
When you win, you just stay to yourself and you're all right. Take it a little tap and you're going good, done.
No, but look like what the man them do. Them
all right, here's my take on it. I'm not gonna make it a very long thing. You hear what everybody else said? Call me ultra competitive, call me a bad sport, all of that. But if me know say you's the only person who can beat me and you beat me, if I go wait till later in the press conference before me congratulate you. The first 5 minutes after me done run, me no want to see nor hear you.
That hurt that go present.
It go mad my mates. You are the only person who can beat me and you go beat me and then you demolish everything on me set so far this year. I mean, if you go run, go argue and tell you congratulations, you have to wait till press conference time to get that one.
I agree with you. With the first time, let me get my moment to get understand to be disappointed too. All right, and then and everything Shelly Ann said after that was spot on. She said exactly what she was supposed to say. All right, my girl, she comes out. Oh, I could have run faster. I mean, that's the first thing coming of our damn mouth. I could have run faster.
So what you supposed to say? So what you supposed to say? Because if me know say me run a race and me demolish the field and me I do an interview, I'm gonna say, you know, step on a real level still. We're not amazed with that. I could go faster than that. You think me not gonna say it? Both has done it. Both has run races where you said, listen, I could have run faster than that.
They lose, they say.
We've seen many other people do this. We see Asafa Powell do it, not really the best example. We see you and Blake do it. You understand? But we've seen athletes, even
Yeah,
Shelly herself. Do you? Let me bring this into consideration. 2011 World Championship, 4 by
I was
1.
just about to bring up that one.
When Jamaica won, what was the first thing that Shelly went to the interview and said? We didn't do our best and I'm
Could have
disappointed.
gone
And she don't want to talk to nobody. She ain't in the mood to talk to nobody. This is 2011. Because what she said, I knew we could have done better. Why you gonna say she's a bad sport? You're disappointed. And yet still, we've had races where Shelly has won, where she said, listen, I could have gone faster than this, and she win. So let us not put it on one and say, oh, Elaine did it. The question was asked to Elaine, and Elaine make sure that she knows that listen, I could have gone faster than this. That was shocking to me because I said everything she done out. But she admitted she could have gone faster. There's nothing wrong in that. This whole thing about self-praise is no recommendation and this and you're not supposed to brag at this. Listen, if I just beat the best in the world and I know I could have beaten you worse, me I'm gonna make you know so I could have beat you worse.
You have all right at that point to say anything after
Yeah,
you
man.
win, cause
Brag all you want this up. Me I go brag this up. You could have hate me a little more. Me I make you know say I easy upon you, you know.
yeah, make we leave that point right there, so we can move on to the next one.
Huh?
Listen, I'm gonna call you back because I'm trying to get out of this.
Okay, no problem. Later. All right. So that was Faye's opinion there.
Everybody's entitled to them opinion, so we can't fight nobody.
Exactly.
I think let me tell you one of the things I have a problem with. I have a problem with people believing that sport. People don't understand the closest thing you can get to war without violence in sports. We need to understand that. The closest you can get to war without violence is sports. And the same adrenaline you put in a sporting event is the same adrenaline you put when you're on a battlefield with a 9mm or an AK-47 in your hand. That's that level of adrenaline. You're going out to literally dismantle somebody. Let us stop acting like this is. If you want to sing Kumbaya, join a book club. I go do all together sing, and even then, in an all together sing, there's rivalry. I know that because I used to coach a team there. So we make us stop act like say this thing about sport is we're supposed to be the best of friends and we're supposed to be nice and laughy daffy and I must always congratulate you. No, I don't. I don't have to congratulate you on winning. I can have bad feelings and bad vibes because that's what motivates people. That's how people are. We if you watch other sports, we've seen it. A man get beaten by a man and a man just know say, yo man, I'm not talking with you. Now what him gonna do? Him go home, him train and him come back.
Most rivals are not friends, as you said. Like Messi and Ronaldo are not friends, and it's not like they've had anything.
Right.
That's how the rivalry go.
You understand? That these are the things that happen. People just, people don't like people for no other reason but the fact that you over there and me over here. So.
Every day.
And we compete naturally in our everyday life, That is why if you see somebody have a nice car, you want to buy a nicer one. Or if somebody have a big house, you want to buy a bigger one. We are naturally competitive people by nature. My God, man, make us stop going and say this whole thing is kumbaya. If Shelly not like Elaine and Elaine like Shelly, that's just it. At the end of the day, the only point that it matters to me is they have never disrespected each other or disrespected each other's accomplishment. No, and when the 4x1 come around, them seem to get it together. Elaine said it herself, we have never had a button problem. You understand? It is what it is. Guys, I'm going to take a step out for about 2 minutes. I'm still online, but I'm going to do something and come back.
Yeah, people keep referring to the relay as if they're trying to say, are you guys going to run on the same relay team? But I don't think that's an issue at all.
You see, that is the media trying to throw gas on the fire.
Something.
That's the problem you have with media.
I agree.
They need to learn. They need to learn how to diffuse. They need to learn how to diffuse.
Natalia, you see that one there?
We're not talking about that race there.
Natalia come dead last. You don't see it by look. People I tell them to take it down.
What happened?
Them headline in a loop is Natalia Gould come dead last in the 800-meter race.
Really?
Yes.
I saw Lupa going.
Yesterday. People that
You
talk
know,
about it.
there was
down.
a story recently, and I'm going to use this as an example. There was a story recently. I was driving home, and I think Sunday, and I heard a story on BBC News that a big company, Sky News Sports,
Sure.
posted something on their YouTube channel that was advocating or going against the COVID vaccine and COVID things.
It's still coming up. Jules said she wanted to. I didn't see her.
And YouTube blocked them for a week.
What did they put up?
YouTube shut down their account for a week.
What did they put up?
Them put up something going against the COVID, saying it's false, fake news and all kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And all YouTube did was just block them and them thing for a week. And you know who was it behind that? The head producer for the network. So I know say he probably out of work now.
The girl come dead right out her name to you.
So the thing is, the person behind that story, they not only should get rid of that person, but they need to ban or suspend Loop.
Loop is not a real. Loop is not a real.
Yeah, but them have social media presence. They have social media presence.
I never look if they have channels on YouTube when I come to think.
Them have social media presence. So what I'm saying is, social media need for just lock them account for a little bit for them things there until them start learn. If big Sky News can get them treatment, them and I see who little Loop uses. Don't forget it.
But
we are our biggest enemies when it comes to them. Something we tear down artists. We tear down we own when it comes to them. Is that too much?
When me don't know if anybody from Loop could have got to go run the race and come first at that, me would have declared no.
Yeah. It says it on Natalia Gould finishes dead last as Mo wins gold for US women in 800.
That time, yeah.
No, I saw the race and I was disappointed. Yes, I'm disappointed. But
I was disappointed too.
That means go put headlines finish dead last and he
That's not like I must my relative write them article because I mean no one would have said the same thing.
No, I relative them be happy fear.
Me know what I said the same thing. And let me be real. Remember up to yesterday we were all I said it. I remember what I said. I said which and that was the problem. We should have cussed him more often.
Oh.
I literally said Natalia Gould is the next Asafa Powell.
Maybe not.
You're the third fastest in the world. And one of the two persons that is faster than you is not in the race, and you mess up like that. No man, and you've done this so often. It is a continuous thing.
Yeah, but I think that went wrong for Gould. I saw 4 clear strategies in the race. She tried to run on the inside. She realized she getting boxed in. Then she tried to go on the
No, she was never on the inside.
She was always on Mo's right shoulder. Always right behind her.
It was never on the inside.
Tried to go on the inside.
No, sir.
I tell you.
Look here.
And then she realized she was going to get boxed in, so she go on the outside.
Up until about 600 meters, I thought she was doing well because she was in a position where she got out front. And she did that steady.
She met the two white girls back there.
She found the outside.
Everybody pass her.
she found the outside, which we all agreed yesterday that she needed to do to find the outside and stay on the outside. She don't get boxing, so she was
She
sticking to
get
that.
boxing. She let the 2 white girl and the box her in, and then everybody else
But
just fly past her.
then that girl then, the girl young, and she have African blood in her. So me not surprised.
But we said it yesterday. We said if she tries to run with Moo too much, she's going to die, because I said it to you yesterday. She can't keep up with Moo. All she has to do is just put herself in a position so that when Moo moves, she can move as well and have that advantage. She didn't, because what she was doing, she ran that first 400 in 57 seconds. Now, that means you're going to have to run a second one in 50, or roughly about 58.
Yeah, that first one should have been about 59.
Exactly. Move and run in 57 seconds. Leave her alone. Your composure is, I'm not letting you get too far, but I'm gauging myself off of you. The one thing that almost everybody else in the 800 has over her is that everybody else have a kick. She doesn't. So Nataya's good strength is, I need to run 2 even races. I can't run 57 and expect to run 58 again. I need to be about 59. 59 and 58 gets me literally 59 and 56 or 58 and 58 gets me that medal. What was the bronze medal position? 156.81. What Natalia run 2 times this year faster than that? And this was this person.
I came out of that race. Me watch the race and I just had to laugh, because it's almost as if we all know that Natalia does not think through the races. As me not want to call her dunce, as we hear some people say today, but she not think through the races strategically. As
just go run.
The last 200 meters she was tying up.
If there's any race that you need your head for your body, is the 800 meter. It is. Listen to any journalists; they're always going to say it is a tactical race. 800 and 1500, and you can't just go to anything. It's like she try one strategy, it look like it now work. She switched to another. Let's just switch to another, and her game plan was just all over the place. I watched that, and I'm like, what is she trying to do?
She should have just stick to the one when she did it.
That race for me was the essence of Natalia's Good's career as a senior. Not that how Natalia presented herself this year
she might get it right
is literally like me, akin to me wanting a girl and she invite me to her house and then decides that she not give me a front. Like literally, that's what it was for me. Because for the whole year we were like, listen, Natalia is a medal contender, and then when we saw people not being able to participate, like a Semenya and a Wambui, and other persons not being at the top of their game, and RG Wilson not performing well, and we're like, your medal is right there. And what did she do? She went out and she laid an egg. She ran a perfect semi-final.
Why would she do that? No,
and then going to the finals and just mess up.
In the diamond leagues and stuff, Natalia has been running smartly.
Exactly.
She's been running, and for the first time, I was like, Natalia.
The girl run with the girl. She said, from she stick with the girl, she must win something. Never run fair. She run the girl race. Simple as that. If she didn't run fair race,
if that's the case, might as well she didn't run the front as she usually do that. Might as well she didn't run the race.
No, but we've seen that from Natalia, where she goes from the front and she have nothing left coming down. My thought is run an even pace race. There's nothing wrong in going 58-58. Why? 58-58 gets you 156.
Thank you, Joe, for stopping by.
You see me? 58-58 gets you 156 easily. 156.81 was the winning time. You know you don't have a finishing kick. Pace yourself. This is the same thing with Shelly in the 200 meter, but then I could understand why Shelly did that, because it's literally catch me if you can. But you have, when you have races like this, you have to pace yourself. And for years, what has been Natalia's biggest problem on the senior level, she's always been there about. Kenya Sinclair had the same problem.
Yeah.
She's there about looking up. Look, people are looking and saying this girl can medal, and then all of a sudden, finals come around. They look good going up to the semifinals. Run a good semifinals. Get to the finals. We're hyping you up because we say, okay, this is it. And then you go into the finals and then you just take off your clothes in front of everybody. Literally.
Yeah, because how could you win your semifinal and come up so short in the final?
Exactly. And
You know,
people
and
who you beat. She's just, I just think it's a matter of, you know what? And you can't even use inexperience because Natalia is at that age now. Natalia is older now. Natalia old now. You understand? Natalia soon 30 if she not reach 30 yet. Right? No, she's soon 30. She not reach 30 yet. She's soon 30. And you are not getting it yet. You still not get it. You've gone through running against everybody. You've run through Wambui. You've run through Semenya. You've run through Wilson. You've run through what an ex-American girl named with flowers in her fair ear. You've gone through everybody and you've been thereabout. You're supposed to learn by now. We gave you a blight when you were 20, 21, 22.
You heard that interview? What did she say in her interview?
I didn't listen to her interview. I didn't want to hear nothing from her.
Neither. I never listened.
Me never want to hear nothing from her. But she did say she was disappointed because she had to be consoled by somebody. The what's her name? The British girl had to console her. And I'm like, that even shouldn't be the case neither. You flop, just take your licks and move on.
That is my most disappointing moment since I saw the officer.
It is a disappointing moment because we had such high hopes. And then this thing where people, and here's the thing I don't like with people. When you start to critique an athlete's performance based on what they've done over a period of time, and when they fall short, you are going to defend mediocrity. That for me don't make no sense. She messed up. Call a spade a spade. She messed up. There's nothing that you can do to take that away from her. She messed up. Why don't we say, listen, Natalia, you and your coach need to sit down and start work out race patterns, and even if you're losing races, at least work out race patterns because the goal is to get a medal at a major championships, right?
Yep.
There's some argument and talking and conversation I forgot on.
And also, you need to work on the end part of your race.
No, but she's not the first champion. She's not the first runner that does that. Kelly Holmes from Britain was like that. Kelly Holmes had no finishing kick. Kelly Holmes would run an even pace race. That was her advantage. She would run 56, 58, 58, 57, 57. And then you get these fast times because she's running an evenly paced race. She never had a kick. So what is it as an athlete that you do? You need to know your strength. What you need to do is highlight your strength and push your strength. Natalia does not have a fast last 200. But what can she do? Natalia can give you 50, 58 and 58 in back-to-back. Or she can run 57, 58 right behind each other. She can give you 2 decent laps. Don't try to go out at 51 or 53 or 54 because when she go out at 54, the next lap is going to be 63. So you know, so that don't make no sense. Balance it and try to work on having evenly paced races. The moment you do that, you are better off. And that is what Natalia has had a problem with. And she needs to work on it. And we need to start defending them something here. I have my job to do and I have things to do. And if I am not up to standard, I don't care who it is, whether it be my boss or it be my co-workers or anybody. Them can look for me and they're supposed to look for me and tell me, say, yo, Jeremy, pull up your socks. Even if them can't do what I do. We have to start looking at our athletes when we see athletes with this level of potential and in these moments and say, pull up your socks. The same way we beat Sherika the other day. Stop over beat Natalia that way too. Because Natalia messed up. And Carla Spade, I love Natalia and I think she's an amazing athlete and an amazing ambassador for Jamaica. But you cannot continue having this issue and not fixing it. You have to fix it. Yeah, every final they reach so, you crumble. No man, even Asafa did fix it at one point.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of Olympics, this was a golden opportunity for her.
This
I
was
don't
it
know
for her.
if we'll get another opportunity this, good.
This was, you see, the thing about it is, she is following in the shadows of Kenya Sinclair. Kenya Sinclair has done everything that she has done. But the only thing left for Kenya to do is actually medal. Kenya has finished fourth twice. And Kenya was running in a time when you had the Matolas of the world and the Kelly Holmes of the world and these great 800 meters of the early 2000s, mid to early 2000s. And Kenya Sinclair was perennially getting fourth and fifth in finals. Right? Kenya Sinclair was running when Pamela Jelimo came out on the scene and was running 54 like it was nothing. You get what I'm saying? So you are supposed to take it to the next level. You're the national record holder. Take it to the next level. May I tell you this? Don't tell me, say, Kenya Sinclair going to get a race like this and not medal. Well, she knows that only one person in that race better than her and not medal. Kenya not do that. Kenya going to take advantage of that.
Because, I mean, unless she was like, it's the gold medal or nothing,
But she can't. Here's the thing. This is not the 100 or 200 where we have a legacy in Jamaica where it is gold medal or nothing.
Hi, Teacher P. Thank you for coming.
Right? This is not the 100, 200 where we have this legacy where it really is gold or nothing. Jamaica has never medaled in the female in a distance event at any level. Right? My God, man. This was a chance to put Jamaica on the map. Do something that made people take it to our next level. Don't crumble under pressure. And you're being beat by girls that ran their PB. That means that, and you were faster than them prior to that, means you're supposed to be in as good a shape to do something miraculous. You just flopped on the biggest stage. What am I supposed to say? Oh my God, let us be grateful and this and that. No. I would be grateful if she was running a race with Casta Semenya and Wambui and the same Atin Mu and all of these girls in the race, and then she just end up come last. And then me look at me and say, boy, Jano star.
Mango Music, welcome.
Remember say, yo, boy, that one, yeah. You couldn't do no better.
No, she mess up big time. Like,
but don't we need to stop it just the same, and it is, and some other people need to get beaten too, because we have some people who need for beating. There's some other people in this Olympics who need to get beaten, You understand? But we'll make it stay, because some of them have other opportunities to redeem themselves.
Yeah.
But that is how it is. Listen, we have set a standard so high, and I think the problem about it is we have a bunch. You see, this thing for me with a new generation coming up, where everybody crumbles under pressure. Them say pressure bust pipe, but pressure build diamonds. And this is why a previous generation was able to do what they did. They did because when they're under pressure, them work hard at it and them try to overcome. As soon as pressure reaches some of them people, them crumble. Like, why? Why? Why don't you take it as an opportunity to prove yourself? There was something that was said to me as a youngster that I believe to this day, and it was said to me when I was 7 years old. It says you never know how strong you are until being strong is all you have to do.
Right.
We need to start. Our athletes need to start, and not just athletes, but people on a whole. We need to stop finding.
In terms of usually, Natalia has a sort of determined spirit about her, where she not gonna just fade with all that way to the. She gonna try to fight. There was no fight in her.
It wasn't that there was no fight.
She never have nothing left.
This wasn't about fight and having no fight. This was about using common sense, working smart, not hard.
She never had nothing.
What we're talking about is knowing what is your positive.
Your limit.
Knowing what do you have to work with. All right, put it this way. Shelly knows, let's use the 200 meter. Today, Shelly knew that she could not decide that she was going to go easy in the first 100 and beat them girls.
Right.
It wasn't going to be possible. Right? So what was her strength? Catch me if you can.
Right.
never
This is
worked,
why
but
she wasn't too disappointed.
right,
She
it
disappointed.
never worked.
She had no
It
other
never worked.
thing to
But
do.
at the end of the day, you saw that was the strategy. Catch me if you can.
Yes.
I can work with you when you do that. But at least you know what your strength is. Her strength is I am the best starter in the field. Let me see if I'm strong enough. Right?
You know, I would have felt better if Gould had ran out ahead and like tried something, and then they caught her.
Mhm. She did that too much time.
Let's say with 300 meters to go, she tried a move or something, and then it didn't work. I would have felt better.
Let me tell you how I believe she should have run the race. Run with Atting for the first 300 and then back off and conserve.
She give away.
So by the time for the next you have to run the races in a particular manner. I would run the race in a manner of 3, 3, 3, and 2. What do I mean by that? I run 300 meters with whoever is at the front of the race. Back off for 300 and maintain at a level for that 300. And then for the last 2, everything I have on the field. You know what I mean? I eat Maggie.
You never do that. She
You
runs.
understand what I mean? When you have the body structure like Anatolia Gould, you have to appreciate so.
Michael says, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but am I hearing what I'm hearing? What do you mean, Triangle? Tell us, man. Yeah, as you said, there was no clear strategy. Her strategy was probably to go with, but I don't know what she was hoping, that Mood, tire, or what.
She couldn't have possibly thought that.
Thank you very much.
But
that
that's
couldn't
what
even be a thought.
her strategy was. What do you think her strategy was?
She didn't have one.
And that's exactly what we're saying. She never had a strategy. It was obvious she never had a strategy.
So to be fair enough, she did some of the things that we said we wanted her to do, which is try and get that open space outside so she don't get boxing too much. She did that okay. But in the last 300 or 250, you could see where she just ran out of gas.
Yep.
Triangle, yes, I'm talking about Shelly. I've always spoken about Shelly. Shelly's my darling. I love Shelly to my heart. But I call a spade, it no matter. So you go.
Natoya Gould change her strategy like 4 or 5 times.
In the race, exactly.
Natoya just needed to just
track. So hold on. Are we going to say that if she's doing this over and over, that it is bad coaching?
No, she
could also.
No, she constantly. But this time around, I mean, we saw where she strategized the semi very well. This time around, she changed everything about the race. I don't know where Natalia was going, where she was coming from, where her middle is. I don't know. I couldn't define Natalia in that race.
Right.
Fine, we said that Natalia needed to basically just sit low, right, and track Athenu. She just needed to track Athenu. In her interview, she said it. She said, that was what I wanted to do, track her. But then I saw Athenu started moving. And what I did, I moved with her. That is wrong. You steer your pace because you know the top end where there's a... You turn your speed, then she go and stop, but she want to go ball. I could have tried. Sure.
People like, she know? And like I said, if it was bad coaching, obviously her coach knew a strategy because she did it in the semifinals. She's done it in the Diamond League. So obviously they've been working on strategy. But this is what happened. If you do something bad for 15 years, eventually when pressure busts you, you're going to habit die hard.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the truth.
Same as with Merlin Otti. Merlin Otti for 15 years practiced not leaning into the line. And when it mattered most, she didn't lean into the line.
Exactly. And we even saw it with Shelly. Shelly was learning to run upright, keep her head up. And what happened when she reached the final? All of a sudden, her chin reached back and she start, do that lean forward, something there again. Because she just started learning how to run properly last year. But she's been winning and doing well incorrectly for 12 years.
Yep.
So I'm worried about Chris Taylor and that 45-degree head angle. Because that's not
No, the thing about it is Chris Taylor is young. His coach can fix that. Remember, both used to have theme thing too, And granted, him never really get over it because, believe it or not, both still they are lean and a shaky head and whatever. But as time got better, he fixed it better.
You kind of stop doing it a lot.
That's the reality. But some of these bad habits are things that they need. You have to get it out. Remember, Natalia Gould is 28, 29? Versus Chris Taylor, that's 21. Chris Taylor can fix his problem quicker. Natalia Gould, no more fixing a fix until she learns. This is what I say. I think Natalia Gould needs to just go out. I think Natalia just needs to go out and just work on a strategy, and for a year and a half or for 2 seasons, use that strategy, win or lose.
Exactly.
Like literally, just use that strategy. Don't worry about winning. Just use that strategy.
Natalia's from the land of sprinting. She should have did car kick from a long time ago, for years.
Listen, let us not act like Natalia Gould was a slow 400-meter runner either.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why she doesn't have a kick in the air.
That is something you have to ask she. Can me ask the same question too? How is somebody that can run 51 seconds in a 400 don't have no kick whatsoever? I don't know if that or CDE can help me with that, but I don't know.
I can't help you because it's a question I ask in a long time.
Where you say about help out to that?
But no, if you can't help me out for understand why Natalia don't have a kick either. Because I don't know.
She never had one from high school years.
I don't know how somebody can run 51 seconds for a 400 as an 800-meter runner. Don't have a kick for the last 200 in an 800-meter race.
But that is it. She no, she doesn't.
She have a kick.
A kick in her head.
She have a reverse kick.
Oh, reverse kick. Okay.
But no, CD. But knowing that she don't have a kick, right? Why do you burn out yourself for the first 600? Sit low.
But that's the problem, That's the problem. She understand how our race is.
No, but that's why she used to run
the same problem.
No, that's why she used to run the way she used to run. Knowing that she doesn't have a kick, she tries to go to the front and dictate the pace of the race.
That crap works at Carifka. It don't work.
That works on the liquor pitney them. And the liquor pitney, she no longer liquor.
That works at Carifka. That no work at big.
That's why she tried something different this time.
What? I know something.
She tried nothing.
Nothing.
She never run Ferrari.
Can we not talk about Natalia, please? Can I go get upset again? And from morning, I try to avoid that conversation there. And yes, triangle. Shelly have the heart with me. Trust me. There are a few athletes in Jamaica that them have a heart with. Maybe you say some of them younger athletes and have. Shelly are one of them. Shelly doesn't fit on the track. That is one thing.
About Natalia Gould once upon a time. So Natalia I go fight to the death.
Yeah, in Carifta. In a Carifta, she fight today.
7 people Natalia make pass her. 7. Last she come,
Thank you very much.
Some of them know what you mean, fight till the end.
Headline, Natalia.
Well, 6, because Atimu was always in front. So 6 people should make pass her.
You wanna see Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, Brad? Elaine says she posts furious by Instagram block her because of it, the copyright.
Olympic committee I block everybody something.
Oh.
But they make everything fair.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
what I
blame
not
everybody.
understand.
I got no
This
spectators.
No problem.
this is what I not understand with that something there. We're in a dynamic time now where you do have spectators in a you can't go.
Thank you.
And then everybody got get
That
the
is
feed.
why them are black.
My friends in America are crying right now because them not no feed I
money.
get in.
Yeah, but some people now get no feed at all. So any little snippet or thing where people can get and distribute, them should have just low it.
But what I'm saying, okay, fine. But what I'm saying is fine. When if you post it while it's happening, you're black way. That's okay. But the race done and gone.
Yeah.
You can't get back the money fee because you're not going to replay it. It's not being replayed on your station. We'll post it afterwards. She done run the race already and she post it herself. Then black way. Hello, black way. So me go post with my bright self. Me post the 400 hurdles with my bright self. Because I post the 100-meter female and post it only on my page. I'm sit and go on with the things. I'm post it 200 and go on with the things. So I say, all right, maybe I'm gonna take a chance and post it. But somebody come on my page and go post it in a real track and field and I love track and field. And instantly by the time it reach over the stuff, block, take down. So I come back over now, I just delete it and come back over my personal page and I look if it's still my little tool is still over there. But I realize that once you start get views now. I guess at that. But the race gone already. Why them still block people though?
Well, I don't know. You have to,
money.
when I have to edit the video, probably put in one different sound night or something for
No,
them to block.
I've tried that. I've tried that with a couple of them when I put in change the audio, me crap the video.
Yeah,
So
but see
you know,
your
certain-
on TV where you switch up the stuff.
Yeah, and it still get called out.
Really?
Me did one. You see, just because we know say me do it, that's why I'm gonna write up TVJ block me now, and I never feed me that use a Sportsmax feed me that use and TVJ make Facebook write me and block me. I could even post no normal picture of my own self, much less because them block me. I could have frightened so.
Yeah, go on.
Cause me say alright, I'm not taking TVJ feed. I put up Sportsmax feed because Sportsmax can't show it. Sportsmax have the rights, but can't show it in certain Caribbean countries.
Right.
So
The
me put it
The first
Yeah.
video I posted was Sportsmax. Me cut it out, and it still get blocked.
I say, I go TVJ, man, I go live. And your sister Sportsmax, so you don't see nothing for TVJ. And I go on with my nice, clean self, and people are going to enjoy little things Thursday night. But I say, block! Both Facebook and
yes,
YouTube.
that's how I'm gonna ask you for Sportsmax they're using it because man say you have money, man.
Me? No. I pay a bill for my phone bill. So therefore, Sportsmax come with my phone bill. Yeah. Right.
Pay a bill
So,
for my I forgot tapping it can be there for my phone. I never use it yet.
oh, what you say?
No,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't like Sportsmax because the commentators on Sportsmax bore me. But I Lance and Ricardo do it, so.
And it has been really good. With Answer Recorders because they commentate on the Caribbean at least, but then you get more information compared to them because
The one that I know that it don't get trouble is the clip of somebody who was actually in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
No, because that's not fee that you're stealing from anybody. You own that right, so they can't take that from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only one that me still have up. That was the only one me still have up where I run.
Oh, well, so me did just take another route. I record and post to my WhatsApp, and I also was doing Zoom. But so I do the feed through Zoom, and if you join my Zoom link, you get my link and you watch it. So to come a friend,
No, trust me, it's something. Let me say this for those. I know. Jam Fit. I'm
a friend from Jamaica, the same one who was talking just now. And she take her phone and I show me the TV screen in Jamaica. Because as the race done, as the 200 race done, and Helen and Ilian and Shelly hug, it got to volleyball. We never see the none at all.
My friend in America, in America called me this morning about the same thing. He was saying to me, listen, he gets none of the races.
None of the races.
Yeah,
at the time. So he had. So when he called me and talked to me about which race he was talking to me about, I think it was a hurdles race. And I'm like, oh crap, I forget to talk to you about that. No, because him just a seat at 11 o'clock in the day or 12 o'clock. Them time me there work a long time. I mean, me watch Olympics, then come and work.
800 because this is 200 done long time and there. And then said, oh, hold on there. I want to the 800. And then I was
800 come before the
because nobody post about the 800. So I said, oh my God, what happened?
The 800 came first. Came before the 200.
800 came before the 200.
Yeah, it was supposed to.
And that me do.
But Elaine, no come, none at all. Good enough turn out. Not Elaine, what's your name? Natalia.
Let me say this though, and I will say this. I know people hear me talk, I'm harsh with a lot of people.
Oh.
Right? But we have to respect our Jamaican athletes and what they do. But also there's nothing wrong in calling out a spade a spade. One of the things we must also mention is this. A lot of these athletes are being forced to do too much too early. I want you to respect that some of them still young. So for example, if you look at our men's sprinters and or hurdlers or whatever, they're still young. Give them some chance. Or for people who watch, you have to give them some chance. You understand? Triangle, you come late with a Chris Taylor something. Me give Chris Taylor dead last. He's running out of lane 9, by the way. So he might come dead last. But we have to give them credit and just pray for the next generation. And also remember the cycle. There are 5 major championships back to back this time in this cycle. There's no year off.
Championships are gonna come up shortly.
You understand? So it is literally World Championship, Olympics, World Championship, World Championship, Olympics, World Championship. Off year.
So injury management and man management is going to be very important.
It's going to be very crucial, especially even for somebody like Elaine. I had this conversation today and I said, Elaine is the best Olympic sprinter of all time, is actually number 2 as the greatest sprinter of all time. If Elaine win the next 2 World Championships, she surpass Shelley. But she has to win the next 2 World Championships, 100 meters. If she don't do that, she can't beat Shelley as the best 100 meter of all time. Right? So.
But having said that, that means that them have to go pick and choose some events and them have to partake in it.
And this is why I don't believe that Elaine will be doubling until Paris. I don't believe that she'll be doing the double until Paris. What I do believe is that Sherika probably won't do the double either. She'll probably just be 200, and Elaine be 100. And whoever else 15 round or so.
I don't know why you better go say that. I don't know why you better go say that because now you're fully 100%. I mean, just as
Lataya, yesterday conversation. Leave it alone. We're not going there.
I'm fully converted now.
Fully converted because yesterday in the conversation we did say we are going to see what happens afterwards. For me, I don't think Elaine should double again because if she double again, she went dead. Before Paris, she went dead. Watch it.
I don't think she's going to. And Stephen Francis
she's not getting younger enough, so the doubling aspect of the thing will be jump at the mute.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, so the management of these athletes are going to be important. And just look out for new stars. Huh?
Can Shelley win another title?
Can she? Yes. Will she? No.
There's a difference.
She can.
Yes, we can.
I will say this to you. I don't think there's going to be another human being that's going to beat Shelley next year other than Elaine. Maybe Sherika, but I don't think Sherika is going to run the 100. I don't think there's another human being that's going to be able to beat Shelley next year.
Have you forgotten Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri has to prove. Sha'Carri have to prove. She have a lot more to prove than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you this, I'm sure say Sha'Carri gonna get 2 beaten from some of our girl them and to go kind of sink in her head. Because let me say this. It is obvious that Sha'Carri has mental issues. And I'm not talking about being mad. I'm talking about mental issues as in mental strain and pressure and dealing with this and that. Because when you go into a Olympic championship, right, where you're obviously the best in your country and you're running that, and when you done win a race, you talk about stop messing with me. Like seriously, everybody knew you were going to win the American trials. That's not something to say, but it shows that she has a lot on her headspace. Now you have a lot on your headspace, and then you go back up all a Shelly and a Alien and a Sharika, and you know to them have it out for you already, cause they have it out for her. And you go back up all them girls, you know, and they get a beating from one this week, and you get a beating from another one next week. But I think that's going to somebody who's already mentally fragile.
That is going to mash her up totally.
Yeah. She's already mentally fragile. That went mash her up. We not go around. So that is the thing. If she develops the mental fortitude, and then you also remember her camp, there's a lot more pressure in her camp as well, because with what is happening to her, there's no more Justin Gatlin, because he's probably going to call it quits now. Jamie Oliver is obviously going to suffer from some mental problem now, because she was supposed to be the American that make it to the final, and you know that end up happening, and then she's going to have to deal with the likes of a Hobbs who's coming back with a vengeance, and a Tiana Daniels who says, okay, I've gotten used to it now, and all of this. And then you also have the Sturges and the TT Terrys who are no professionals, so then have to deal with the rigors of the collegiate system. So she's now going to be under a lot more pressure, and that's those in America who's gunning for her. Then you have, like I said, the Jamaicans who are waiting for her. Like we sit down and wait, as well as others, you know. So it is going to be now. And remember, Sha'Carri also is not liked by many of the Americans themselves. Like a Gabby Thomas can't do like her. You get me I say? Or some of the other runners, they don't necessarily favor her that well. So she's doing, you're thinking about all of that. May I tell you, man, if she doesn't get it together mentally, she's going to burn out before she's going to lose before she wins something. May I tell you that? And then she doesn't have this long era of reign, because here's it. For the next 3 years, she has to deal with a tip-top Elaine, right? With Shelly being in as good a shape as she's probably ever going to be in. Although Shelly's just next year alone. Sharika is there. You have Brianna Williams who's coming up. You have the Ashanti Moores who's coming up. So if you do even get the reins 2024, how long after 2024 you're going to have it with the bag of Jamaican them when I come for you?
True.
You get me I say? So all of these things do matter. So I honestly want her to do well, because I want that showdown. And I think the world deserves that showdown. But I think people are hyping up the showdown for this year. But I think after the Olympics, they don't care anymore.
Yep.
So
That's what happened.
So you don't think that glory of being double with Olympics and World Championship, Francis is gonna go for that?
No, because guess what? Because the World Championships is such a quick turnover. Remember, Elaine already has a 200-meter World Championship medal.
No, but she's a double Olympic gold medalist.
Yes, but and the point.
She want to be double Olympic and double world champion.
No, she doesn't have to be that, because at the end of the day, regardless of either one, if you win a world title in any sprint, you are still commanding big bucks. Steve Francis really don't care about medals as much as he does money. So, may I tell you that? It is about the world.
They're paid to win as well.
No, but here's my thing. Maybe she goes for the double in 2025. Maybe she goes for the double in 2023. But next year, I doubt it. I think she probably just goes one event. Next year specifically, I doubt it. Because she's going to go back for the double in Paris and try to be the first woman to win the triple double.
I think, how much world titles Shelly has? 4?
4. Well, 5.
Oh, you're counting
Shelly has 5. No, counting the 200 meter. So she has 4 100 meter and a 200 meter.
Yeah, it's 5.
5.
So I think Elaine is.
But Elaine is not going to catch Shelly. Elaine going to win. Elaine going to get 5 world champ. And remember, 4 of the 5 is in one event. You know, one event. Elaine have 5 world championships in her. May I tell you that? She get 3. She can get 3 more, but she not have 5 in her. The next Olympics, Elaine is 32. You know. She doesn't have a world championship title.
Oh, it was 100.
It was a silver medal.
Oh.
It was a silver medal. So she don't have a 100 meter title. So even that, she'll probably go into gunfight. She got 2 bites at the cherry and never bite none at all.
Time not going to be on our side. Forget the 5 catch up.
Yeah.
Right. And just like time will not be on her side to be the most decorated 100 meter sprinter in Olympic history.
Right.
She don't have that on her side either. because Shelley is 4 100-meter title, 4 100-meter medals back to back. Ilian not going for Olympics. You can kill that dead in the water. Ilian is not going to be 36-year-old and going to our next Olympics.
True.
Right? So that is why I said the conversation about greatest of all time deepens now. But the debate of greatest of all time sprinters, the one thing as a Jamaican we can say is that debate is now really between Shelley and Elaine. And there are pros and cons for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where that debate is going to be now. That debate is no longer, we're not let me say this. What Elaine did took Flojo out of the conversation.
A long time
And it pushed Alyssa Felix to number 3.
She not even for the panic. I appear joke she did take.
Oh, I never like me say that though.
But you know,
it did push Alyssa Felix to number 3 because now Elaine having done the double, and Shelley having won 4 medals in 4 100-meter. Remember, not even Alyssa Felix has 4 200-meter titles.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the argument now pushes Alyssa Felix down, and the greatest of all time when it comes to sprinters the argument now becomes Elaine versus Shelley. What do you want? The person who's been consistent as well as winning, or the person who, when they show up, they're unbeatable? That's what it is, isn't it?
Or the person who has the best, who when you look at them, you fall in love with how they run.
No, but you can fall in love with Shelley's running as well, because let's not act like Shelley don't look good when she run. But we talk about technique. All right, put it this way: when you're talking about Shelley's greatness, this is what the conversation is going to be. Shelley has times to back up her name because she's the second fastest alive, third fastest of all time in the 100-meter. She has titles and medals to back up her claim, right? Yeah. And she has longevity. She has beaten everybody. Even if she get beaten 1 and 2 times, she beat everybody. She has beaten Elaine, she has beaten Jetta, she has beaten VCB, she's beaten Alyssa Felix, she's beaten everybody.
But she was never a great 200 runner, so
no, but still, she has a world.
It matters.
No, but here's it. The argument was always 200. Well, she's 21.79 PB in the 200. She has an Olympic silver medal, and she has a world championship gold medal. So no, the 200.
That's not enough. Come on.
No, but guess what? No, but let us. But how many 200-meter runners even have her accolades? Let's be real.
Not a lot.
Thank you very much. So for somebody who has the 100-meter down pat, like she has the 100-meter down pat, for somebody who has only run the 200-meter 3 times in a major finals, she has a silver medal, a gold medal, and a 4th place. Even the likes of Allyson Felix has the same thing. So you can say about Shelley, her longevity, her beating everybody, her dominance, all of this, she has this. But then when you come to the story of Elaine, what is going to be Elaine's story? Times and Olympics. When it comes to the fastest times of all time.
At the end of the day, it's Olympics that matter the most.
But Shelley has Olympics as well. And Shelley has more of a clout in Olympics than Elaine. Shelley has 5 Olympic medals. Elaine has 4 individual. Elaine has 4 Olympic medals. Shelley has 5 individual. So when you talk about medals, Shelley still leads the bunch. And after that has VC is now the 3rd greatest Jamaican ever athlete. Yep. She's now pushed down to number 3. And what has been saving VC's career is longevity as well. Because you can say VC is at the youth level, the junior level, the senior level, World Championship, Olympics, having won everything at all levels. You don't say, okay, VC is in the conversation. So when you're talking about the greatest female sprinters of all time, you now have a debate for 5 people, or if you want to say 6. The debate for me is going to be Flojo because of one season of Flojo's entire life, but she did everything in that one season. Elaine Thompson, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, VCB, Allyson Felix. That's what the debate is going to come down to.
But the whole of them
The greatest female sprinters of all time. That's what it's going to do. Those are the 5 names that are going to come up. And eventually, people are looking at Flojo sideways anyway.
But if you look at Flojo, you have to look at Flojo and not look at Otti. Otti ran at what, 7 Olympics?
Yeah, but Otti has no gold medal.
In the Olympics?
Yeah, in the Olympics. There's no gold medal.
Bronze queen.
Well, and a fair
Exactly. That is always going to be
Sharika didn't move to the line there.
No, but Otti had time.
When them is for the people, they give her a gold medal and them don't give them to her, so it's not fair fault.
Yeah, Otti had the times to back up her greatness. She had the longevity and she had the era in which.
Yes, but they still didn't give her gold medals. Even when them.
Even though she did it, still in the conversation. Her indoor record still stands.
Which is true. But that's her indoor record for 200, but nobody runs a 200-meter indoors anymore. When you talk about Merlene, here's a problem that's going to always the asterisk against Merlene. She does not have an Olympic gold medal. And you can't be in the conversation of the greatest of all time and not achieve the greatest thing you can. So,
well, you could point to the youth.
No, but it doesn't. No, but even then, what do you talk about in 1990? No. But when you talk about, remember, Marie-José Pérez never got caught for drugs. Gail Devers wasn't a drug issue. And she lost to both of them.
Hold on. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was.
What?
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was caught for drugs.
No, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was caught for doping. For a thing there, for a medication. It's
medication.
No. There are levels to this. There are levels to it. Regardless of it. Right.
Hello. And she and Vernica, they were both taking some form of pain medication, and them said them never they clarified for farmers and thing like that. It wasn't no drugs.
Veronica's was declared on her farm.
They said it wasn't.
No, Veronica 1 was declared on the form, and that's the reason why Veronica 1 was thrown out, disbarred, and cleared. Shelly 1 was not declared on the form. She had a toothache and she took some pain pills for the toothache, but she just didn't declare that.
Right.
So it's not drugs, eh?
Yeah, but
it's not the drugs. The drugs where them did that talk about was our drugs where the people them did that take back then. They're trying to that. You know that gifts from them side.
I don't think there's an asterisk beside Shelly. There's not an asterisk beside VCB. I don't think there are other people who they're not asterisk beside. You know, it's you see, I think the world of athletics and the world of sport look at certain things and go, okay, we can give you a bye for that. So if somebody got caught for doping, like Marion Jones or Tim Montgomery was caught,
she never doped.
That asterisk is going to be beside your name. But if when somebody goes and say, "Oh, you took something for toothache and it's not," or you took something for flu, it was just one of those. Boy, you're just unlucky. You understand?
Okay.
So people do look at those things.
So will there be an asterisk beside Brianna Williams' name?
There will not be an asterisk beside Brianna Williams.
Is there an asterisk beside Otto Boland's name?
And I don't think there is either.
Okay, so if there's no asterisk beside Otto Boland's name, then therefore there won't be an asterisk beside Brianna Williams' name, and there won't be an asterisk beside Shelley.
Exactly.
There's going to be what I will call an unspoken asterisk. In other words,
or there is an unspoken asterisk.
It's not going to be explicit. But the question mark will always be there.
No, but here's the thing.
That's true.
The question, listen, first of all, the question mark will, I don't believe the question mark.
Same thing. Whether it was ganja or not, there's going to be a question mark.
And that's the thing.
But
I don't
implicit.
listen. There's some people I don't believe there will be a question mark against, and it's not just Jamaicans. I'm talking overall athletes. When an athlete gets banned for something like a flu medication or headache pill or a toothache pill,
That are still
people go. For example, is there an asterisk beside Don Harper?
No.
Is there an asterisk when you miss a drugs test?
I can understand an asterisk beside a misjudged drugs test because some drugs take a certain time to come out of your body. I don't really want them tested during that period there, so we have to check that one there. But for example, a Don Harper, nobody's going to put an asterisk beside Don Harper's name because most of them don't even know that Don Harper was banned for 6 months.
Yeah, enough people never know for true.
That's the reality. Don Harper was banned for 6 months. Most of y'all don't know that because he was out of competition.
Yeah, and
For what?
the time frame was short, so I don't think it was really that
Right.
highlighted.
Exactly. It's the same thing with Shelly. It's the same thing with VC. It's the same thing with Asafa. There's not an asterisk because we know, okay, first of all, it was a short time frame. It never really affected.
With Asafa, when Stephen Francis, you get the blame fee too.
Right. So there's not going to be
So why it is then that Blessings of Kabari is withdrawn when Blessings own was actually done outside of No. Blessings of Kabari own is outside of competition in Tokyo, actually. That's when she arrives at Tokyo. Her test was taken a couple days after and she tested positive. I mean, the span there so was short. So why? Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Yes, darling.
Because you're talking about human growth hormone now. That's a different level. Human growth hormone is something that builds a particular level of certain levels of things into your body that
But
can
Jeremy,
make you
you're
go
saying
faster.
that, hang on, Jeremy. You're saying that when it's not Jamaicans, it's hard drugs, but when Jamaicans are
No, I
involved-
never said that.
Yeah,
That's why I brought up Don Harper. That's why I brought up Don Harper. Don Harper got tested for some little stupid things and got a 6-month ban. It's not going to be held against her. Do you really think that the marijuana is going to be held against Sha'Carri? No, it's not. We're going to forget about that by next year.
Yeah, it's not gonna be held against her, but the question mark will always be there. In the same
But
way,
the thing is-
Abubola was never caught for drugs, but he was in a stable that had a lot of drugs around him. So
But like I said, how many of us, when we
Thank
think
you,
of these
Ziman.
athletes,
Million.
the millionaires TV, thank you so much, my darling. £5. This is money that heavy before, guys. This is pound. So
hello,
thank you so much, Million.
I'm so start charge, Jam Fet, you come. Listen to me.
Listen.
But on a serious level,
This will get tip our analysts.
but on a
Jeremy,
serious,
not biased in the sense that
it's not biased. That's why that is why you notice I mentioned when
Veronica,
no, but do you notice?
they all have a little bit of answering to do. This is what I'm saying.
No, but do you notice? Do you notice that when Latoya mentioned, does Atto have an asterisk beside his name? I said no. Do you notice I brought up Don Harper's name? Because for me, those little things when we get catch for, you don't even think about it. You don't think about it.
Yeah, but some of these little things are masking agents.
But we know there. Listen, we know that there's some things that are masking agents, and we know there's certain things that are just. Boy, I just one of them things there.
Oh, we know that those who do drugs are always one step ahead of the drug tests as well.
You're going to always have to be one step ahead of the drug test.
Me just cannot be silent over here, so because this have make my tongue a jump for me want to ask one pertinent question, but I know if I ask the question, I can't come back on here, so I might get sued. So
we're not afraid of no question, so ask it not done.
Jeremy didn't know what me I got ask, right?
Ask it.
Alright, I'm not gonna ask you with my mouth, I'm gonna ask you with my picture. What about
the braces thing?
Glory!
I always think about it. And even I went to one interview ago. I saw an interview going on and I was like, this girl still have braces in, but we couldn't see properly.
Them can say the same thing. Them say the same thing about the long fingernail them too.
Oh, that's an
What about long fingernails?
that's an interesting one.
They say the same thing about the long
Gail
fingernails.
Weavers,
His email.
What about the long fingernails?
Well, if you look at it, Flojo, Gail Weavers, and now Shakari, they all have long fingernails.
I say what I say a while ago,
Oh,
I'm gonna
those
fit
are
this up.
extra
I don't know
long.
where you call name from.
Those are extra long fingernails, not long fingernails.
The extra long
Know the
fingernails. Are they
know
fingernails?
the difference. But we are
They aren't
used to
acrylic.
it, I tell you, know the difference. Then they are
Are
extra
they not?
long.
They are natural fingernails, you think?
Yep.
One faith,
No,
you want me to
Gales
tell you
were
them
natural.
Charlie? You want me to tell you them
Gales and
Charlie?
Flojos were natural.
Huh?
You want me to
Gales
tell
and
you them
Flojos were
Charlie?
natural. That's not even a question.
Didn't Gwen have long nail too?
Yes.
Yep. What we not call name from? We just talk about the long fingernail. Them. What is the problem?
Well,
Jamfet, you said you saw an interview the other day with someone and you were wondering the question. Who was it?
It was the greatest of all time. She was doing an interview, and I was trying to look into her mouth if the braces were still there.
Oh,
Was
that
I
gone a
wrong?
long time.
Was I wrong?
long time.
With that look, with that look.
Look from when them braces are gone.
Them they gone a long time, man.
Okay.
At 2 years, she had the braces in final. You're going so for 2 years.
No. I was just wondering. Remember, a long time I left Jamaica and stuff. I was just
She
wondering.
only had in the braces for 2 years, and it was obvious because you see her teeth them change. My God, man, her smile look prettier now than in 2008.
Glory.
So we know say that really
So,
go on. You understand?
The ramp rough though.
And now the baby of all times, the baby greatest of all times had two. Jermaine baby had two. For what reason I don't know.
Do you remember telling me this? Do you know what you remember what she look like before she get money?
Why is she come out? Why is she come out for come address from fear part though? Why you fear one alone? You want address JJ? Don't make me start in a J. Let it just be there. Right?
Do you know? You remember what she look like before she have money?
Hey,
you remember what she look like before she have money?
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying.
One big old goat, one real goat down a Clarendon.
Understandable, but I'm just mentioning some little people who has or had.
Because the girl looks sexy now, man.
And a mountain lion again.
No man, Mountain Lion come from outer St. Thomas, you know.
Jesus.
Yeah, understand?
Somebody did call her one different name last night.
Call her Mountain Goat.
Mountain Goat.
Mountain Lion come from outer St. Thomas. We're talking about there.
So the braces and the fingernails
are the current 400 meter national champion. The current 400 meter Jamaican national champion had braces. No, but you have to remember this. Let us be real.
Everybody had tipped for the finals?
No. Yeah. You have to remember this. A lot of them was really fix them beauty. Like
him never have no beauty for fix, never have no reason for fix. Him never know why it did need to go in there either. Him never did want it into. Don't start me. But listen to me.
All I am saying is not every athlete is going to be a Stacey Ann Williams or a Brianna Williams. Boy, the Williams am going buddy.
Brianna Williams.
No, Brianna Williams not. Well, she did. I think so.
No, that was before she
when she was a child. That was a child thing.
That was a child thing. She didn't need them the time there.
You understand? So a lot of them start get little money and them step up them looks. Let us be real. If you take a look on when you look on Shelly in 2008 and look on Shelly now. Money changes things, you know. Shelly look good, better now. Remember when Shelly just come out, her head just big and her body just little. She look like one of them bobbleheads, something that just
waft down, you call it waft down.
Yeah, understand? now our things step up and Mama Rocket go on with something. Hey, I see Mama Rocket one day in one shots, you know, I tell you. Jason is a lucky man. Anyway, but some of these things are beauty, but we also some of these knows that some of these things have an inkling, have something to do.
Can I say this on national television? Shelly's skin look like you have a different tone.
So too does Mrs. Hira, but we're gonna leave that one there alone. AC, the thing that man them the AC now.
I miss a 100 meter as well. 100 meter hurdles, 110 meter.
No, that one the obvious. That one the obvious. That one there you know say.
Hey, as I'm serious, low blow and half, you know.
That one there you know say because Nanny know that. That's obvious.
Pictures in 2008. She look different.
No, but you see the thing about it, you have to understand. Sometimes out of them don't start wearing makeup.
What she look like? So I'm just
Yeah, I know. I see it. But when she got we're on rough one. But when you look at what Shelly was at Shelly then, you look at Shelly then and you look at her now, you know, you can see that this is just them growing and having money and able to spend on themselves and be beautiful and stuff like that. You have to give them that.
True.
You understand? Get them that.
Dresses next year.
And then some of them are making money and I do not make no use for it, you know. Jesus.
You sure them are getting money or Steven Frank?
Hello, we're not calling the name. Anyway, people, I must say this. I will. I have to go. Yes, because I'm still at work and 8 o'clock curfew. I mean, I'm really far from my workplace.
Anything you have to look forward to tonight? Women's sport hurdles. That's all.
So for like I go back to tonight. Tonight is like I said, is the hep and the decathlon and the heptathlon. Please, only can look forward to it because there's supposed to be some nice showdowns in that.
Yes,
but the hurdles, the men's 110 meter hurdles semis are tonight, and we have 3 Jamaican represented.
Natalia, and the woman, please.
Huh?
Natalia, you just see that CD? And the women's 400 meter hurdles. Those are the things you need to look forward for tonight. And then tomorrow morning, the decathlon continues. The women's 1500 meter semifinals. And we all know that Hassan is going for that as well.
Against Hassan in a peer dance. You think that 1990?
So why I gonna say it's beer dance? Why I can't say the girl?
Like you think if we were in like 92, 96, 2000, when the Kenyans and Ethiopians used to have those Kenyans couldn't run past the Kenyans and Ethiopians.
Let me remember this, you know. Hassan is actually Ethiopian, you know, and that migrated to the Netherlands, you know. She's an Ethiopian.
When they would run strategically and block the way and box her in and
exactly, they would do teamwork. They would do teamwork.
Yeah.
When she dropped the other night, if I did me, she not come back in that, you know.
So call the 400 meter hurdles woman, no? Call it.
So the 400 meter hurdles women final, the lanes are you have.
No, not the lanes. Call it what I got. That me a tap for.
Oh, we don't call that from long time. Sydney, then Dalila, then Femke Ball. Geneva come 5th. Anna Cracker come 4th. We call that long time.
Okay.
No, it's not that she don't look good. It's just that the others are so far ahead. Like the top 3 are so far ahead. It's not funny. You understand? But like I said, the men's semifinal 1 tonight, has Ronald Levy in the same heat as Posey from Britain, Martinez from Spain, Daniels from Roberts from USA, and Martin Odegaard. That's in semi-final 1. I do have Ansel Levy. Ansel Levy. Wrong combination. I have Ronald Levy actually winning that one. I have Ronald Levy winning that one. Once he runs his hurdles clean. I have a tendency to start the hurdle and then look like idiot. Race number 2, you have Devon Allen, Manga from France, Kanai from Japan, Damian Thomas from Jamaica. Based on what I saw and the strapping I on him leg, God bless if Damian can come out of that. just because of the strapping, and we know him. And then the final one again, them put Grant Holloway and Anthony Parchment into the same heat. My God. In the same semi-final. They're both back in the same semi-final. They should be the two that make it out easily. But let's see what's going on now. So that's that for them. For the women's 400-meter hurdles tonight, you have, like I said, you have the two Ukrainians in lane 2 and 3. Right? Who is calling now?
Sydney McLaughlin in lane 4.
Right.
Then
You have Sydney in
Ball.
4, Ball in 5, Russell in 6, Mohammed in 7, Cockrell in 8, and Woodruff in 9. For tomorrow morning,
hold on.
we
So
have
for do you think Mohammed is in a better lane advantage, being that she will
is
be
away
running
from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if she has to look at Sid, it might be a problem. So she's 3 lanes outside of Sid, so Sid literally have to come catch her, and that puts her at an advantage, I think, mentally. Although it don't really matter to me, because Sid's still going.
But Sid, but it puts Sid at an advantage because Sid is able to track her,
to gauge, right?
to gauge her.
But
Sid
also
Sid
Mohammed
just
running
shoulder.
blind.
But Sid
Mohammed
just
running blind works.
Sid just need to come up on Mohammed's shoulder
Exactly.
and tip and just juggle with the tip end.
So for the women's 400-meter, tomorrow morning you have PP from Britain. The Cyprus athlete, Artemata, she's still around, right? Not even say she's still around. Gomez from Cuba, Paulino from Damrep, from Damrep, Quinera Hayes, Candice McLeod, Vondrova from Czech, and Wally from Austria. That should be easy between Quinera and McLeod. McLeod looks so easy today, it's not even funny. Women's semi-final 2, that's in tomorrow morning. Rashina McGregor is in the same heat as Jonathas. Miller Weber is a scratch, we know that. So McGregor should make it through with Jonathas. I think all 3 Jamaicans and all 3 Americans should make it through. And in the semi-final 3, you have McPherson and Alyssa Felix. McPherson is running on the inside of Alyssa Felix. So that's another one. Right? So that's one to look forward to. So that's the 400-meter for women. Right? And then you have the 800-meter for men finals. That's a race, if you really love track and field, you're going to want to watch. Clayton Murphy, Nigel Amos, Rotich, Kip Curry. That race going to be a fire race to watch. And then obviously ending the day with the men's 200-meter final. So that will be at 7:55 tomorrow morning.
And then I'm going to go to work for sure.
I get my vaccine shot today, so I'm going to think I got to work tomorrow. So you have Jaheim Richards from Trinidad, Noah Lyles running out of lane 3, so he's on the immediate inside, which might be a disadvantage to him. Aaron Brown from Canada in lane 4, Knighton, the young sensation, in lane 5, and he has to gauge Andre DeGrasse. Benerick is in lane 7. Fanbele, the American converted to Liberia, he runs in lane 8, and Rashid Dwyer runs in lane 9. One of the key points to note is that every individual in this race, in this final, has a PB grade under 20 seconds. So everybody in this race has run under 20 seconds at some point. So that's also a race to look forward to. So that's for tonight into tomorrow morning, or basically tomorrow's schedule if you're in Europe. So that's basically it. It's gonna be something to look forward to.
I think as well. The 200 will be epic as well, I think.
It will be, but I do honestly, I don't know, I just feel say Andre DeGrasse. That is it. I just think say Andre DeGrasse mentality and his experience is going to make him pull out the win easily. Knighton and Lyles going fight it out,
We have
right?
Lyles and Knighton first and second. Quinella, US Quinella.
I have Andre DeGrasse to win. I think this is his chance, and he knows it, and he's gonna make use of it. All right. So with that being said, guys,
With that being
people,
said,
we have a cut.
thank you so much. So Natalia, you go back to work tomorrow?
I actually have work every day, you know. Well, I just decide to work from home instead of going in office. But I need to literally will people them work tomorrow.
And I may come to work tomorrow as well as I may not, because it depends on how this vaccine treat me.
Which vaccine?
I got vaccinated today.
Well,
Yeah, which one?
AstraZeneca.
Yeah, AstraZeneca. Yeah, that one.
AstraZeneca.
That's the same one there. The A one.
The one that is banned in France.
Oh, so
Yeah.
guys, are you guys use over there?
You not start get symptoms until the 24 hours or so.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of really.
I got Pfizer, but I didn't get any symptoms at all. None whatsoever.
Okay.
Only my hand was feeling.
The AstraZeneca make me feel tired. Well, it give different people different feeling. It made me tired and lazy. Like you know what?
Right now it a kicky. Right now that exactly a kicky for me.
Oh, so it affected you guys' lymph nodes then.
Yeah, well, you have to get them say as a precaution. You have to just constantly take the Panadol, like every 4 hours. You take the Panadol, regular Panadol.
Me not that something there. Sorry.
Well,
I would not idiot. Me not take Panadol. So no one come tell me to take Panadol when for this fuck.
So nobody make it do nothing otherwise then.
That's why I'm not come to work.
Alright, so if you just constantly check in with you tomorrow, hey, you good? Alright.
If me not sleep.
That's fine.
Yeah, man, it make you sleep, man. No.
No. You see, the thing about it is, because of the government's new policy, especially with teachers.
You have to take it because they might use it against you know.
Exactly. So true, me like the little government money. You understand? Because I can't fly, we go play music a foreign again.
So if you're a teacher, you have to keep the now. You're not here.
See there?
Yep.
Well, thank God no work people to take now. Although them move like so them want to take a little bread there, so not take for me. It's because I can't take Panadol, so that's I'm concerned about that. Period.
You have to take the Panadol, just eat food and go sleep.
No. Certain things on me. So like I used to take steroids. I injured from sports, so I had to take steroids after that. So therefore, yeah.
Something I can't do. I broke my foot and that was it for me. So call it a day. Anyway, have a great day, people.
Hold on a little bit more. I have 2 questions to ask you about the monetizations. All right, so Latoya, Jermaine, maybe tomorrow if you don't know work properly.
Yeah, man. Me know me there tomorrow. Because I tell you I'm there me had tomorrow.
Yeah, so I don't know. Something is going to happen in the 200. I just feel so.
Well, let us see.
We're here to see
in the what?
In the 200 men.
Oh.
Let us see what happens.
Maybe it's a 19.5 or something.
No, man, you go too far now. Yeah, you go too far. You overstep your boundaries now. 19.5, brother.
You know,
another thing I want to ask you. You said 2 questions. Come, a statement them. Come with the questions and make up our business.
No, the questions are for CDE. It's about YouTube.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, people. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yes. The CDE, I want to ask you now. What if I things want to ask you? We could start with the monetization page. What is I forgot another thing. what's the difference between RPM and playback CPM?
All right, so these are things now where you get the best understanding if you read up and see what the explanation is.
Right.
So if you put the cursor over it, you're going to see a little something.
But it just said playback means effective playback is fast. But that not defining it.
All right, so that's the message, you know. If you do a search on YouTube and vidIQ page for the RPM and CPM meaning, he gives a very good explanation as to it. Because I've heard many different explanations,
right.
And I'm trying to test it and see exactly how it works. And none of the explanation I'm missing play out yet.
Right.
But his explanation is very good.
Okay. And because like at the moment, we see our playback has like money value under it, like RPM and estimated revenue just have a dash. So I was wondering what playback was.
Get from ads. The amount of time people skip your ads or watch your ads.
Wow. So what else?
The long and short is you try to get as much views as you can get. So the more videos you do, the more live you do, the more things you put out, you get more views. Right. More views equal more money. So that's at the bottom. Yep. That's the easiest way to explain it. Just get more views.
What's the watch your ads them for true?
Yeah.
And then I come chat, but me I watch your ads them now. That tell you so them I watch it.
Nobody will watch your ads better than you. So me sit down watch my ads them when I'm ready.
But if you go watch your ads, don't watch it from your regular phone. Watch it from a different phone.
Because they have skippable ads, non-skippable ads, bumper ads, display ads, and onions.
Like them are 3-4 hours long. Nobody even sit down to watch those things. Nobody not even want to watch 1 minute long much less.
Yeah.
Look here, the reality is people are going to skip your ads. You have to just live with that.
Of course.
Yeah, you try watch them yourself. For that me do.
Yeah, man, I not run for left and next device. I run some ads, man.
Yeah.
I love to when we get all the long ads pan them and just put it on it. Sassy, are you like?
Don't put them in another playlist for run them because it will run without ads. The first one to play ads, the rest not go play none. So just play them. One play, just click off it and click on something else and so your ads them play. Put them on playlist, run them not go run.
And when we go in a channel analytics, like when I click on ad type,
the rundown of everything we have to do with your channel. Like from the views come straight down to much people subscribe to your channel, everything. How long them watch one of your videos for all of them little details they here.
but all right, go to analytics, and just say ad type.
Where's the jump in?
Like when you go to analytics and you click ad type, it comes up like with the YouTube ad revenue, CPM, and ad impression.
Yeah, like impressions, how much people click on it.
And the CPM have like a different value for everything under the sun. But clearly
that's the rate of what they pay per clickable ads.
Okay, so that's the rate. Okay.
Mhm. I don't think Tracy want rate for other like $17. So them a pay you that no. A cents you get same way.
You mean mini cents?
Yeah, sense out of everything.
Mini
Cents
cents.
like everything you get same way. One and two of them you might get $1, $2, but you really get over that.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Unless
when
you
you
get
see
like
the
a
10 cents,
viral video or
when
something.
you see the 10 cents, do not get the press. They eventually add up.
Mm-hmm.
Enough people don't understand that, so enough people get depressed.
Well, let them say one cocoa full basket.
Yeah.
Exactly so.
And everybody I got think they get a high turnover
For
early
them,
hours.
them
You have to take a look at type of bit up.
Hmm.
yeah, but enough people feel as their money tells oh them for start say 100 and 200 and $300.
Yeah. I buy
Yeah,
whole and share.
enough people believe that. So them get depressed when them go look and see cents.
It's 0.0001.
Like I remember when time
What,
he just
what,
monetize, you know. And Mr. the first money in a man something to a 0.01. Man, so what the hell is this? When me start watch video now and I realize that everybody when them just monetize is cents them literally get.
hmm.
I said, okay.
Yeah, man, but the sense that add up. And
They do.
the more live you do and the more thing they do your fans say you will get a turnover, a better turnover.
So can you see what each video is making or
And to
no?
know life good for quite a while now.
It will show you each individual video, but there's a delay. I think like a 2 day delay or a 1 day delay in the calculation for each video.
Well,
So
from what they them having more than a 2 day delay them in your studio.
everything a glitch
Everything
somewhere
I
or the
get
other.
from the other
Them
day.
one time. I mean, I know who tell them to go upgrade YouTube again, but them a put on donation button and all them things. You know, them a time where people mean with their money.
But I think the
Yeah, but
super
you see,
thanks is a good idea though. For creators, I think it's an excellent
Yes,
idea.
it's a good idea, but no in a COVID time. People don't have it right here now.
yeah,
You
but
know,
remember, so we're
if you
not
don't
going
have
to
it, I
COVID
know
time
people
forever.
won't get it.
If you don't know that, so all them are operate it come like COVID at the road for the rest of the years, then we have left on earth here. And so them are operate. 6 minutes to go for Olympics start from a TV.
To be
Boost your
honest with you,
or your chat
me
too
and
much.
people, me and some people did that. I thought if we buy house and land from YouTube. Me know so
Well,
it's like that.
that
Not that quick.
that a
No, you
big
see,
one, 10 and twenty
Unless
thousand
you get
dollars.
unless you get a viral video. And also how you choose a payout because Mr. says like you can choose if you want to get paid once per year or monthly or
After the people them were making 10 and $20,000 month time after YouTube.
you get it per year or per month.
Hmm?
You mean to get it per year or per month?
Month. Yeah,
Hmm.
people will get that per month. But them
yeah,
that
but
big
then
YouTubers,
them
big
build up a
YouTubers.
base. Them build up a base. And once you build up a base and get a momentum, then it can happen.
Yeah.
You just want to catch a little momentum, you know.
I
True.
got somebody like Chef, when name Chef Ricardo with them 1 million subscriber. So them
And
videos
you have Jamaican chef who have more than him. And I
mm,
ask correct. You have two other Jamaican chef who have more than him.
even this
One
something there.
get One based in New York and one still there here. So when me see them people like what they about him is the first Jamaican YouTuber with I was like, really now? Did they do their studies? Yeah, one old man one, well live in New York, everything him cook is Jamaican. And the next one named Chef Marison.
Oh, me know that brother there. Daddy's kitchen
You
here.
have more than him too.
Yeah, then, yeah, the Maris kitchen, yeah, is good for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know where part they come from, but him is the only Jamaican YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. But don't laugh, man.
Only have 400.
I'm not the one to win on anybody's parade.
I just Maris time only have 400,000. Taya's kitchen is back. Oh yeah.
Actually, it's 2 channels him have, sir.
Oh, okay.
His original channel is 3.8 million subscribers.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, man, I tell you, them build up a base.
I remember the old man one, but the old man one always pop up on the TV. I not subscribe to him channel. I always watch him on the TV. But at New York, him there.
You know who make money? The one named Blessed Jamaican. Who put up this Lana video there?
No, I don't think I say it name. I'm can't go on it. Something.
Let me tell you, me no sit down and me no watch them. I try to do and push and try to build a base so I can look and reach this one day.
Yeah.
That model to me, I sit down and watch nobody can them now. Watch me.
No, I'm glad to like me reach monetization so I can like concentrate on videos now and come up with like ideas. Ideas and videos.
But I'm afraid for them.
You what?
I'm afraid for them. What I got to them?
Alright, Taya.
Yeah. You have to just tell myself something. I'm gonna have perfectly edited videos.
Why? But every day them always edit nice.
Really?
Yeah.
I find the video them too basic.
Every day them always look nice.
Yes, but then have the frills and the spills on them. You understand what I'm saying?
The who?
The spills and the frills.
Yeah, you can't look at perfection.
Yeah, man, never see people put up and them that they will put for you. Some of them never look good with them. Me not like watch video when me I look for video, me I see one bag of this around cross screen, one bag. Me not like see it. No look good.
Thank you so much, Taya's Kitchen. Thank you. CDE, Taya, so what's popping?
Yeah, my answer time. Tell us everything good.
We've been talking Olympics and now we just talk about YouTube.
So yeah, no, I wish race this.
The start? I think I have talked and they must start at the shop.
Estonia. I'm not saying Jamaica. It looks like a long distance.
So jump it enough now because the evening session starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we get better editing as we go along. No one talk says time. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just playing with everything. Every day we find something new.
Oh, it's not plan them now.
Alright, so that's it tomorrow.
Alright.
I watch Olympics and
alright, bless up on yourself.
I'm sure. But everybody is excited about the race. We are watching volleyball and swords.
You know what the volleyball then the Liam.
I try to get some of the other event them still because them really excited.
Like gymnastics and swimming, me no mind, but sword and all sort of
the shot put and the discus and pole vault excited.
Exactly. But France, I show you like the bicycle race farm or hill and so pure foolishness, yes.
And them I show you with them strong inner.
Exactly. Every minute we say them I celebrate, I mean like what sport is that? Never heard of it. Alright guys, later, tomorrow.
Bless up.